Welcome back, guys, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Sundays with the Boys.
Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. We're available on all of your major streaming platforms. You name it, we on it.
And please, if you can, go ahead and make a small donation to our GoFundMe page, Sundays with the Boys. That way we can work on getting an intro for you guys and making this experience better for you all.
Once again, thanks for tuning in and hope you guys enjoyed the show. All right, guys, we're back again, live again, Sundays with the Boys, your number one rated R podcast, because that is the thing now. That is what we're going with, so y'all might as well just enjoy it while you can. One of your hosts, Chauncey. We also have two special guests, but we're going to get through the main guys who are here with us today.
Teddy. Okay, Teddy. That's me.
What's up, man? It's Luke. I'm having a good day, guys. I just want y'all to know that.
Right. Then we got some of my friends from
Can I
high
introduce
school.
one of them?
Yeah, if you want to, go ahead. Sure. Which one do you want to introduce? Oh, okay. All right. Then I have my friend from high school here. Good long lifetime friend, basically. Met him when I first moved out here. My buddy Shank.
What's up? I appreciate y'all.
His wonderful companion, Dani.
Hi guys.
Bet.
You led that up with so much emphasis.
I just wanted to do it. That's all it was. I just wanted to be included, to be honest with you. Well, okay, put a year to it. How long have you known Shank?
Let's see.
16 going on
15 years?
15 years?
Yeah.
So, Shank, he met you when his new game Plus was just getting started. So, that means a lot to him.
Right, exactly.
I remember Chauncey had them bitty dreads on his head.
I've seen the pictures, bro. I've seen the pictures.
Damn, Chauncey with what? I can't even picture it.
My girlfriend told me that if I
Right to my
didn't have
ears.
dreads, she's like, I don't like your hair if it was short.
My hair was about as short as yours when I first moved out.
I saw the picture. I seen a picture of him. There's a picture floating around the line with him wearing like a baggy ass tee. That was the style. It was
Yeah, that was my C Money shirt. I still have that shirt.
He was wearing long ass jeans and his foot was kicked up and he had his little baby dress. I'm like, who the fuck is this nigga? Look like Hurricane Chris before the beat.
Mr. A Baby.
Right.
Me and Chauncey actually went to a grand opening for a tattoo shop in Tampa called Gift Shop Tattoo, and we ended up running into somebody that Chauncey knew, and they brought up his.
You remember Randall from high school? Yeah, he got his whole clothing line. Swig, he was out there.
Oh, word? Yo, Swig's doing great right now.
Yeah,
honestly,
There's somebody wearing Swig right in your neighborhood when we pulled up, and Dani knows.
What?
Yeah.
I went to high school with them,
That's
so we were like,
what's up.
Swig. Oh, okay, we went to high school. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
man, I saw him yesterday, man. He's doing real good, bro.
I'm glad to hear
What's
that.
up?
Yeah, man.
I saw his mom at the mall the other day. It was weird.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because she had Swig on. I'm like, are you Randall's mom? She's like, yeah, I'm like, I went to school with him. Tell him Shane said, what up?
Facts. He was like, yo, Chauncey was like, what's good, bro? He was like, this nigga Josh was like, oh, fuck, I called him Josh.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. I can't believe I did that, Teddy. I'm so sorry.
I accept your apology because it sounds genuine for once.
I don't know where that came
That's
from,
pretty
to
fucking
be
funny,
honest.
if we're being
Like,
honest.
it literally just came.
Shots
But
fired.
Yes, literally shots fired.
At least more than Lucas. What would you prefer to be called? Your legal name or my name?
This is Lucas.
Anything but.
But no, honestly, that's how I've pieced together Chauncey's backstory is because the people I've met that he's known.
Guess who also we saw yesterday? So we saw Randall when we went to the fucking tattoo shop, and then when me and him went to the movies, I saw the kilt guy from fucking Maximus.
Oh, Valdemar.
Yes, saw him
That nigga
yesterday.
was OD. He used to sit-
Valdemar.
I can't with the name.
Oh no, this nigga was
With
like
a kilt?
Yes,
Yeah.
Why is he a kilt guy?
he wore.
He didn't wear a kilt yesterday when you saw him. The Spanish dude that I was
Yeah.
talking to, but he normally wears a kilt and like fucking like these like
I
punk
like
rock
that. That's
ass
pretty
boots.
cool. Yeah.
It's not cool when he's just dancing your whole shift. Cause this nigga used to
He industrial
he
dances.
dead ass with industrial dance during this, like while he's talking to people on the phone and shit.
Oh man.
Right, it was weird. So
He said he liked to go to the castle. I
I want to go to the castle so
I
bad.
will never go again.
Please tell me about your experience, please.
Okay, I went once on a whim. I used to have a spiritual advisor. His name is Bright. That's his legal name. I didn't make it up. His name really was Bright.
Oh yeah, I remember. Right,
A
Hannah's brother,
spiritual
right?
Yeah.
advisor named
Yeah, it's like if
Brian.
ever I had a question, if ever I was in an emotional crossroads, I would just ask Bright what I should do. And 9 times out of 10, the answer was, should I smoke or should I not? And he's like, yeah. Like, he asked me to go to the beach one day. Like, dead ass, he's like, You want to go to the beach? With the blunt, like, he handed me a blunt first thing, and I'm like, yeah, I'll go with you. I'm down. Let's go. Like,
Wow.
So we went to the castle because his sister wanted to go to the castle. My cousin's like, we should do this, and we thought this was gonna be a regular ass night. First of all, when you walk up to the castle on an overcast night, I thought it was the fucking apocalypse. I'm like, this is a vampire brothel, and I'm gonna get.
It definitely looks like a vampire brothel.
That's what I've heard. Someone said that it's like they're
It
real
was
vampires.
lightning. It was like dry heat. There was clouds in the sky, but it was no rain. But the lightning struck. I'm like, this isn't real. I don't think this is a real place.
Wow.
I'm being 100% not joking. This is dead ass a true story.
It looks like a building from the movie Blade.
The first time I go into
Struck by
that shit,
lightning.
the first time I walk into the building, like to my left, I see this lady, tallest Russian lady I've ever seen in my entire life, and I only know that she was Russian because she greeted me like Dracula.
Lady Demetrius?
Good evening, like that type of shit like that. I'm like, and
She wasn't Transylvanian.
well, I don't know how to do a Russian accent without sounding offensive. So I go Transylvania. So what she did that fucked me up completely is this woman's statuesque. I'm talking like 6'2", and she's wearing fucking black heels,
Don't
red
mean nothing to
latex
me.
skin, skin tight suit. This bitch then assumes the position. There's an X right to my left. Right? There's an X, a gigantic ass red X, and she like latches herself in. Then the smallest black girl I've ever seen, like the smallest girl in black fucking latex I've ever seen in my entire life, comes out with this big ass riding crop that was half her fucking size and started whipping her with this shit.
Oh
this
my
is
gosh.
literally before I even paid.
Like a taste of what's inside.
And then when I'm like, yo, I don't know if we should do this. This is my mindset the whole time because I was just, they're gonna touch me. That's how I felt. It was gonna happen. I was gonna either meet a really nice person that had to hurt their feelings, or I was gonna find like my forever love. There was no in between for me. But it was $35 fucking to get in
Oh shit.
because it was an event. That's what we stumbled into an event. You know what the event was? A suspension event.
Niggas get.
Oh my god, everybody went to ISS?
Nah, they went to OSS. It was crazy. They had shut the fuck up. No, they had like tattoo artists there, like professional piercers, and they like inject, like they pierced the lady's skin, and she fucking did a suspension act. That's why it was $35.
Lucas, did you or did you not have on latex?
I did not have on latex. I'm gonna be honest. My body does not work well with latex, and this is when I was slimmer, so I wasn't on the latex tip.
Heat shapes easily.
That's true. Baby powder is a friend. But
You gotta lube up first. That's all it is.
So walking up into that room to even see that, I didn't notice it at first. It looked like murky ass water. There's a bitch dressed up like a full on mermaid who just pops up out the water, just looks at me. I'm like,
This sounds lit on
You
acid.
should have been on acid.
Yeah,
That's what I was
that's-
saying.
I was high as fuck. I looked at my cousin like,
Sound
yo,
like
what
it should've
the
been on
fuck
acid,
is
though,
going
right?
on? And he's like, yo, it's cool, bro. Just keep going. So we keep fucking
So after the whipping and the mermaid, we just keep
He's like,
going.
keep going. We get up to the fucking top, right? And before, because mind you, it was like a good 25 minutes before the suspension act started. I had no idea that this shit was going on at all. And I saw this dude wearing big ass black platform boots, leather pants, a black fur coat, no shirt, and sunglasses that said "Kiss Me." And I was just like, "Yo, this nigga's OD."
Under the milky
The music wasn't bad. There was a bitch on a table getting donuts eaten off of her for free, but you could give her a donation. Like, you didn't have to pay for the donut.
That sounds dope too.
This sounds,
I have a thing with eating food off somebody's body. That's on my bucket
all
list.
these CDC
I do
regulations.
want to do that too.
We have to go to the castle, guys.
No, we
have to
don't.
go to the
I
castle.
really don't like the clubs. I don't like crowds, but fuck it, I'll go if it's anything like this.
Right.
We just got to go for an event now.
Right.
Yeah, so it was just all in all like the weirdest event of my life. I'm just
Wow.
like, my boy's like, what do you think? He's like, fuck this. I'm glad I went. I was glad that I went because I got to experience the side of it. So that's why I asked Vladimir. I was like, yo, Valdemar. I was like, yo, do you go to the castle, right? He's like, yo, I love the castle. I was like, oh, I bet you do. He's like, then why'd you ask?
Because you already knew. No, you know what's crazy? Every story I've heard about the castle is something of that sort. So
They're the nicest people. I will say that
Facts.
first and foremost. These people are fucking sweet.
Wow.
Like this girl, like she saw me shiver. She was, "Want a coat?" I'm like, "No, I'm okay." You know what I'm saying? I wasn't shivering because I was cold. I was shivering because I was a little scared. Because I watched them like fucking put the needle in the girl's skin.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, that shit was OD. So yeah, halfway through this shit, I see a bunch of white bitches just swinging from the rafters and shit. Like, what type of shit? For my first ever club experience at the
Yeah.
castle, I'm like, y'all planned this shit. There was no way this was a random
he's
event.
coming tonight. Let's just like pierce ourselves and oh man, no, that's
Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Like we've had a lot of crazy times with the clubs and shit. A lot of crazy experience. Like I don't like E-boy. Like I really don't like going to Ybor unless I'm performing. I'm getting tattooed because we used to live in Ybor, and that shit was a whole different place altogether. But when we lived there to like where like when you live there for so long, it just becomes like, man, I'd rather not leave my house. Like, it's not that. I want to go to Ybor when it's not busy because I can do all the shit.
Ybor in the daytime is a Tampa gym that I feel like is unappreciated.
I just want to tell you.
You're right about that, especially on Sundays. They have like the thrift markets and everything.
It's just like really chill and everything. Like if you go whenever there's like really nice weather and everything, it looks so much better.
I think someone bought your
just
building.
Unappreciated. Somebody bought my what?
I think someone bought your building.
Yeah, they bought it and they were remodeling it. The next time I seen it, I'm very sad about that. But
If you want, I can infest it with termites.
No, I don't want that because I still plan on buying that building for the podcast whenever the podcast jumps off.
Sound like the candy man.
And not Teddy, one of Lucas' many specialties. Please, Lucas, tell us how you would infest something with termites.
You
like
buy termites.
Stop. No.
You don't even have to buy termites. You just find like termite
you
wood.
How I would do it specifically?
And throw it in there like a grenade.
Because termites, you know, they breed really quick. I would just like have a little tiny table set up, like a.
Are you going to create a brothel?
No, not a brothel.
For
more like
termites?
think a Lady in the Tramp type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that was a brothel.
No, why a brothel? Like
dogs be fucking too, and they was fucking in that dog house.
Okay, so hear me out. So I'm gonna have them all go like on a little date. I'm gonna play a little bit of music. I don't know what type of music the bugs would listen to.
Ooh, so they're gonna eat like sawdust,
It's gonna
like
be a
one
date.
side and meat in the middle.
Yeah, they're gonna meet in the middle.
Oh my god!
It's gonna be an organic relationship
Classical
built from
music.
love, and then what happens is they're gonna you know what? We have to give back to the person who introduced us to each other. He said that he didn't like the fact that people lived here, so I'm gonna infest it with termites to a point where it's not too much termites.
Oh my god.
It's easily fixable. You know what I'm saying? Like, and at one point, to be honest, I might try to I don't know. That's just a bad idea because
If I'm not mistaken, the address is 1803 East 8th
Stop.
Avenue.
No,
So like that is my building. I've been wanting that building for like years,
Oh man.
years and years.
he
and
used to want to
years.
make it a comic shop.
I did,
Oh, like you just want to buy the space just to have it.
Yeah.
Wow.
but like
Oh,
upstairs there are like 6-7 rooms. So like what I wanted to do now with the podcast is of course like buy it, turn the upstairs into like a living quarters area,
Yeah.
and then downstairs will just be for the podcast and
tight.
you know whatever else we would do.
Yeah,
And
that'd
that
be
way
really
like
cool.
I don't have to pay rent plus like rent for a building. It's all just one thing.
That's smart. Oh man.
Plus the parties there would be amazing because like you can just go to any of the bars there or anything like that and then just come back to the house. You can chill outside in the off to the side where the parking is. And speaking of Ybor parties, not really Ybor parties, but Shank, I heard you had a shit ton of like fun parties back in the day. I want to hear about Chauncey and Shank's parties.
That's crazy you say that because I was gonna ask you more about why people think that we have the craziest of parties.
So these parties were crazy. First off, every time my mom left the house to go on a trip or something, she's like, "You guys can have a party, just make sure the house is clean." Like, okay. She never said. She never knew how many people we had at these parties. They were packed wall to wall. But by the time she got back from that
Chris
vacation,
Brown?
it was cleaner than she left. We cleaned up everything.
Boy, man, we all
That's
got
how you know
together.
a party happened.
And
No, honestly, that's just showing respect to my dudes for letting you throw the party in
Right.
the first place. Like, the least I can do is make the house look
Facts.
better.
Yeah,
Than
like,
Right.
You don't have to do that. Like,
Holes in the
8 of
walls.
us, like back then, bro. Shit, it was probably more than 8 of us back then.
Yeah, one time mom caught on though because she came home. She's like, "Dang, the house is really clean." I'm like, "Yeah, we had a little party. We just hanging out."
Oh man,
She found some panties. Like our little dog. He's a teacup poodle.
This was right after prom night too.
right. He came to her with some panties in his mouth. She's like,
okay.
what are these?
I thought you meant the teacup poodle was wearing panties, and I was like, that's even weirder.
No.
Like, what kind of party y'all throwing where y'all putting clothes on dogs?
Project X.
that's the crazy part.
Right.
That's the crazy part. The fact that the dog was wearing, not it's like this dog has panties on. What were y'all doing? Like,
Right, bro.
That's so deep.
did she get mad? Or she was
lit.
cool about it?
She was laughing. She's like, "Whose panties are these?" I'm like, "I don't know. I really didn't.
Right.
I don't know how you got them."
For real.
And he hit him for a day because we cleaned the whole house. Like, where you grab these
That
panties
nigga's like,
from?
these are mine. They ain't gonna see these shit.
Facts. He hid them under something, and we fucking didn't find that
Yeah,
shit,
he
bro.
snitched.
Prince snitching on us.
Right.
man.
He
Y'all niggas-
dead ass waited for moms to
Selling
get
out.
back.
Yeah.
Right now,
Look what
now
I
he
got.
blind and can't see shit at all.
What you get, you rat bastard.
Karma.
Selling out, bitch.
All right, so would y'all want like? Y'all think that we're too old to throw a party?
Hell no. I just don't have the place to do it.
All right, because that's what I wanted. Like, the reason I asked, and I don't need to be attacked. Y'all just gave the dagger. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? No, I want to throw a party. I want us to do a party. To be honest.
Honestly, you do not hear about good parties anymore, and I feel like I would choose a party over a club any day.
Oh, 100%. What? House parties are lit.
Yeah. Especially if you have the right people.
Exactly.
I just feel like it's just the right location, bro.
That's a big part of it too. That's a big part of it.
Because it's all about who is around you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
How cool are your neighbors?
Exactly, bro. But it's just like, you just know niggas gonna act stupid. We shouldn't be acting stupid in our age, but niggas still act stupid.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It kind of just like, it's because it was never like you can't come. It's just don't come stupid type shit.
Right.
As a man who dropped an entire handle of Sailor Jerry to see what would happen if I dropped an entire handle of Sailor Jerry, I will be the one acting stupid.
Man,
I support all type of chaos.
Man,
He slept with the handle.
I am chaotic. Teddy drunk is chaotic evil.
Who slept with the handle?
Reese did, didn't he?
Yeah, nothing. It was Reese or Jeremy.
I was fucking drunk one time. Fucking, we was at Swanee crib. Fucking streaking.
I'm not playing truth or dare, butt ass naked in the road.
Butt ass naked in the street.
Oh, this is shit that Hector was talking about? I mean, Daniel Flores?
Damn, Daniel.
No, like Hector Flores.
Oh, yeah, that's what.
I know him as Hector, but they call him Daniel.
Right. That's so crazy, bruh. Some dude that I work with, or did work with, bruh, was at that party that night, bruh. And that's so mind-blowing, because I didn't even recognize his fucking face.
Did he remember you?
Yes, bruh. He was like, yeah, man, you know, it's funny, bro. You remember that party? You should play a truth and dare and whatnot. I think I was like...
You changed his life, didn't even know him.
Bruh, I was so blowed. I'm like, yeah, you know me, bruh. Like, if you know that night, yeah, you know me, bruh. Like, that's the case. Because it was only like 6 of us, like 7 of us, like it was a small few of us.
It was like a kickback at that point.
It was dead ass like a kickback type shit.
See, that's the type of shit I'm talking about. Like, I'm thinking more along the lines of the type of party that we had.
Well, we just had random people
we had
coming
like
in from the strip at Ebor.
So we had a party, a Halloween on 2013, which happened to coincide with Homecoming 2013. And niggas was going to Ebor and they wanted to go to the club and shit, but they would come into our house because the house was better than the club. We didn't charge nobody admission. We didn't really give a fuck. Niggas
people were just showing up.
Yeah, it's like, as long as you don't come with drama, we don't care. That's literally how it is. Like, you might not fuck with that person, just
right.
Then don't. I don't give a fuck. Like, people are like, is it okay if I come? Show up if you want. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care.
There were people who were saying that, like, me and Chauncey actually just talked about this last night, but there were people who were coming or who didn't want to come because somebody else was coming. Like, that whole type of deal thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? You bringing drama already.
Yeah.
Like, look, bro, you ain't got to come.
Go ahead and miss out.
But you ain't coming for them. Right. You're coming for the party.
Exactly.
Like, this is, like, common ground right here, bro.
Right.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
listen
saying?
to
But,
music.
like, we had a fucking the setup to the party was insane because we had in this little Ebor house, it went like completely unkept for like 2 years. So like the backyard was a fucking forest. The inside was like completely fucking like it was like stuffed with like storage and shit like that in different rooms. So we cleaned out all of the rooms, put all the fucking trash into like one little like closet area where the washer and dryer was supposed to be. And like that shit was stacked to the fucking roof of just random shit. I had an electric lawnmower that half the time didn't even work, so I had to borrow my friend's weed whacker to go out in the back and fucking mow the lawn with a fucking weed whacker. That shit was OD. Also, we could make a fucking fire pit for people to go out there and, you know what I'm saying, sit around, and it was lit. Apparently Lucas was on acid and somebody threw the shovel into the fire pit. And I don't know if y'all know this, but shovels aren't made out of wood. They're made out of like fiberglass. Because like that shit started to like melt and bend and twist.
I'm over here freaking the fuck out. I'm like, yo, who the fuck made this? Like, I'm dead like this. Like, who the fuck made this shovel out of like space polymer? Like, what is this? Like, I didn't understand it at all, and I had no reason to. I was like, no. Because at first I'm like, the shovel was in the fire. I'm not equipped. I'm on acid. Don't let me touch that. Be responsible. So I'm like, yo, that's in the fire. And then like I stopped being worried about it being in the fire. I was more like, okay, so why isn't it burning? I don't smell wood. Why is it fine? And then because someone picked it up, and when they picked it up, they bent it, and it was fine. I was like, that's not real. Like, I'm over here like, this isn't really happening. Like, I'm on acid and Ebor on Halloween with, like, no exaggeration, 150 people came through that house at one point.
Damn.
At one point. Like, it wasn't a very long point. Like, I will say that much. It wasn't for very long, but we kept a constant, like, at least, like, 60 people there throughout the entire night. But, like, at one point, it got fucking insane. There was Marcus was with us, and Marcus refused to use doors.
He was jumping through windows.
He was jumping through windows,
like Kool-Aid Man.
This
the kitchen window, bro. Every day.
He was okay. It was Halloween, so he was dressed up, right? So because I remember this, I was standing outside.
I'm just imagining him just busting through the small.
Okay, the window was
a pretty big window.
The
window was open. We had no AC in this house.
Okay, thank you.
We had no AC in this house.
Oh man, clarifications need to be made.
So he ran through, like, so he would jump to the window. Like, I'm sitting outside in the driveway with like 3 other people, and I think the people that came with me with the acid. So he hops through the window and like, hey man, hope you guys are having good. Lucas, I'm gonna have to see you. Glad you're here. You guys have a good time. My name is Marcus. This is my house. And he fucking left back through the window. I was like, what the fuck was that?
Was he dressed as a robber?
He was dressed as like Red Hood.
Batman. Yeah.
Oh man.
We
it's perfect.
Me and Marcus got into a fucking fight over a pizza bagel roll. What are they? Bagel bites. Bagel bites. Pizza bagel roll.
So,
but yeah, it wasn't really a fist fight, but like we got into a tussle. I headbutted him. We both landed on the ground. All for this one fucking bagel bite.
This is the same day that we took shots. Like, we were trying to take shots, and like him and his other friend at the time is bickering. That's the only thing I can describe it as. Because it's me, him, our friend, and then him. So it's me, Marcus, Teddy, and then Reese. Reese is his name. And we were all like, yo, cool, take these shots and shit. And they start going back and forth about the shots. Like, so me and Marcus like look at each other and was like, I'm completely okay to take the shot. Are you cool to take the shot? Yeah, he's like, man, fuck that, man. We take the shot. And then Reese is like, what the fuck, bro?
He's like, so he looked over at them, got mad at them for taking the shot. I realized that they took the shot, so I took my shot, and then Reese like looked back at me and he's like, what the fuck? What? We took shots now.
The way this party started.
Here was my thought process is, well, now the first one got fucked up, so now we have to do another round.
That's you know, Frank. I was thinking the same shit. Hold on, we're fixing that. That was a good. Yeah. But no, so like the way the night started was great, and that shit cracked me the fuck up because, you know, when you're waiting for a party to kick off, it's just y'all at the crib just kicking it down. So we're playing beer pong, right? So we're in the room. It's me, Marcus, and Reese, and Teddy went out to start greeting people. So we're playing beer pong, having a good old time, and all this other shit. Reese goes out there. He's like, Teddy's been gone for forever. Why isn't Teddy here? Because another thing is, Halloween kind of runs concurrently with, we kind of like celebrate his birthday with Halloween because they're close together.
Yeah. So October 17th. So, and we also had like 3-4 other friends who had birthdays in October. Nice. So like I would just do like a giant party all together.
But Reese was on that mentality of he's my best friend, so if he's drunk, I have to be drunk with him type shit.
Right. So and what I did is I went out to the back.
Not a good mentality.
I went out to the back to like make sure the fire was getting started and shit was happening. So that's what it was. And then like I was still waiting for people. We told people to show up I think like 7:30. Okay. It's now like 8 o'clock and I was like, you know what? I'm not fucking waiting any longer. I'm gonna start drinking. So then finally make my way back into the house. Everybody's in the fucking the room off to the side of the kitchen where the liquor is, and everybody's playing beer pong. And I'm like, cool, let me go ahead and line up these shots real quick. I took like 4 or 5 shot glasses, poured it all up. Reese came out, looked over at me, and he's like, oh shit, Teddy's getting shots. Goes back into the room to tell everybody they're getting shots, comes back, all the shots are gone. Because my idea of drinking back in the day was, I don't like the taste of liquor, so I'm going to take about 5-6 shots at first. I'll be drunk 10 minutes later, and then I won't be able to taste any liquor for the rest of the night, and I can drink freely.
Wow.
So you can black out freely.
So the best part about this,
basically a black.
We don't have any of this insight. We're just playing beer pong in the room. Like, here's the thing. The only person who was, like, overreacting was Reese. Because me and Marcus didn't give a fuck. We're literally in the room just playing around, having a good time and shit. This nigga Reese burst back into the room. Teddy's fucking drunk. Teddy's drunk.
No. So that's not when that part happened. So after we took the shots, they all came out. We all took like individual shots as well at that point in time, like just to kind of like get the party started. Then people started to show up.
Okay.
So then I went back outside as well to go like make sure people knew where to park. They're coming in, blah, blah, blah. All right, so here's, liquors in the kitchen, fires outside, yada, yada, yada.
No fucking in my room.
No fucking in my room was my whole thing. The rules. No fucking in my room.
Right.
Because, like, again, we didn't have AC. My house, like, my room was one of the only other rooms with AC.
Oh,
so
shit.
it was kind of like, that's my little safe space of 64 degrees. Don't fuck with it.
Literally.
But so we're out there talking to people, and I'm leaned up on a car. Reese is like standing next to me, and I think our friend Jordan was there, and we're like, all right, so we had a few people show up. They're gonna be inside getting drinks. Let's go ahead and make our way inside as well to also get drinks before everybody else shows up. We'll actually make cups this time instead of shots. So I took my first step off of leaning from that car, and as soon as my foot hit the ground, the world shifted. And I was like, Reese, I'm drunk. This man fucking left me. That's when he runs inside and says, Teddy's fucking drunk. He's drunk. Oh my fucking God.
You were outside in the front, right?
Yeah.
You know what the funniest part about that is? The window that we were by was right the fuck there. Like, he didn't have to go all the way around into the house to tell us that.
Wow. So was he drunk too?
No. He wasn't. He was
mad
upset because he wasn't.
So I also think you know this. Teddy doesn't have a gallbladder.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't have a gallbladder.
Okay.
So Teddy gets drunk really fucking quickly.
It also means I don't have the unmitigated gall.
That's all he ever has, to be honest with you. It's insane. But yeah, so Teddy gets drunk really fast.
Oh shit.
But the thing about him is because he's already drunk, he can maintain that shit for a while.
Yeah.
But he gets drunk quick. So you have to kind of be able to pick up on it when you're around him. If you don't know him, I tell you, there's one way to know for certain. If you don't see his eyes and all he's doing is smiling, Teddy is fucking wasted.
It's usually my face gets flushed too, so if like my cheeks are starting to turn red, yeah,
The rouge.
yeah, the rouge, because I'm colored. I'm
Undercolored.
undercolored.
All that melanin.
Lack thereof, apparently. No, but this night's actually fucking insane. Like it's. Our friend passes the threshold of manhood. That was pretty cool for him. He lost his virginity. That's pretty dope.
He didn't lose his virginity that night.
Oh,
yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
All right, so he dressed up as Robin, and his girlfriend dressed up as
Batgirl, I believe.
Batgirl or something like that. Like full on like rubber latex suits type shit, and they fucked in that. And this is
In
like
the back of the car.
and this
that's
is
a
his
hell of
first
a way
time
to
losing
lose
his
her.
virginity.
Wow.
So like,
Yeah, that's a
pretty
story right
great.
there.
That's pretty cool.
Epic.
That's a cool story.
Shout out to Duke.
Right. Shout out to Duke.
So fellas,
No, I'm saying.
when are we throwing this party?
Well, he wants to do it, so I said we plan it for around his birthday. Are you gonna be here in August?
Yeah, that's part of the plan.
Okay. So what are we thinking? Airbnb or what?
Look, I've seen a wedding being thrown at an Airbnb. Anything is possible.
Facts.
Yeah.
We just gotta find a nice house for the Airbnb.
The only problem is most Airbnbs have one rule.
No
No
That's
parties.
pretty much
I
that.
mean, they have mansions that you can rent out, and everybody put together their money and just.
Well,
You know what?
I'm gonna talk to you guys about some shit offline because I want it to be a surprise for Shorty. So,
Sorry.
Shawty.
yeah, I just think
She's not in here yet.
She is.
Aisha, you're in here?
I know better than that.
Fucking shit, Aisha, get out of here. I'm gonna fucking block you.
Get out of my mind.
Aisha's in the live chat. I'm sorry.
Hey, baby, I love you. She got offended. She's like, I've been here. The fuck? I'm always here.
She's always here.
But yeah, no, like I think that around my birthday would be a
Support
good.
the
Well,
cause.
honestly, I'm letting her do my birthday because
Oh,
she's
okay.
like, you're doing it. Your birthday's never been good like that. We're gonna have a great time and make it a really good birthday because you don't really do things like that for you. Because except for like 2 years, I've always planned
We're
my
old,
birthday.
Aisha.
Like I always
right.
plan
We
my
don't
birthday.
do
I don't let other
things
people plan
anymore.
it because I used to get let down. So like I just planned it. Like I think you've been here for my birthday. Like I told you, like yo, kick back. I want to hang out with my niggas on my birthday. That's all I want to do. That's all I ever want to do. It's like keep it simple, relax. But like I'm like, you know what? I want to throw a party. A dead ass. I want to throw a party. I was actually thinking more along the lines of his birthday.
Oh wow, Dean.
Because his birthday is a lot sooner than mine.
Let's do it. You know what? For Gemini, I feel like we should do. Would you guys want to do a themed party?
What kind of themes you got thinking over there, Dani? Miss Morocco shaking head.
It's
I think that we're gonna have to, if we're gonna do it based off that, it's gonna be a duality party.
Oh my god, that's so. Come on,
I can't wait to show up as Two-Face.
Will there be donuts eaten off of naked bodies?
I will let anybody eat a donut off of my body. Yes.
We're just gonna film it and put it on OnlyFans.
Yeah, we're just
You know
gonna
what?
put it on his OnlyFans.
In fact, if we're gonna do this as a so all right.
Hold on, wait. I'm trying to get excited thinking about this.
I was, yeah.
I know my bad.
Yo, we're talking about like theme party, duality, and shit like that. The only parties I've ever thrown have always been like Halloween parties, so it's always like a dress up thing.
Okay.
And so like now with the whole eating donuts off people's bodies, I was just gonna cover myself in baby powder and come in as a frosted donut.
Oh my god!
Like a little fucking sweet Chinese donut.
You like
The
eat
bow.
meat.
Like a food themed party.
Okay,
Right.
I just want to shout out this person's name. This person's name that entered the live studio's name is This WAP Doesn't Lie.
But it's not WAP, so it's only WOP, which is wet ostentatious pussy.
Wow, none.
That means the pussy's doing too much. It's flashing.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, a party would be great. I think
It's
a
not
party would
showing
be
that
real
it's
deal
smart
fun.
and needs to be respected.
Right. I think that we're gonna have a good time doing it. Would you be cool with that for your birthday, bro?
Honestly, Gemini season is the best time to throw a party. I don't know. I feel like everybody's just lively.
That way,
Gemini
if anybody
season.
gets pregnant, you're not having a baby until like, I don't know, February. I'm not good at
It's
math.
50-50 chance it's not yours. He's like, yo, that's the other side of me that got that girl pregnant. That wasn't
I am not the father.
right.
Right, this is Diva. I was Vivi.
But yeah, no, like I think a party would be
man.
a good. Like, I mean, one, we haven't been able to throw a party. Like
I've been wanting to throw a party
with
for
everything that's been
years.
going on with everything in the world, like we haven't been able to do it. So I'm actually really glad that this is actually a viable thing.
All right.
I guess.
As long as you're cool with it, bro. If you're not cool with it, like barring a hip related incident, I'm gonna be having a party for John's birthday.
Yeah, we have to start planning from now because Airbnbs go out.
I need you to
quick.
understand something about me, Shank. That's the kind of shit that I do. I planned someone's surprise birthday party at the end of August.
Man.
Her birthday was October.
Oh shit! You know, I've actually always wanted a surprise party.
When's your birthday?
September 27th.
The surprise is we won't plan anything this year, but next year, right?
I'll be sitting around. Oh, okay, this is a good surprise.
That's fucking
Like
hilarious.
7 years later, we finally fucking do it. I've been waiting for so long.
It's like, aren't you surprised? You're really surprised. You've been surprised every year too because it wasn't your birthday.
I'm like depressed for 7 years until that day.
Can't wait to celebrate it on September 28th.
I don't know who set this up pretty good, but Chauncey's birthday falls on a Friday this year.
Stop.
It does.
Right.
It does.
The
Oh, that's
universe
right.
is calling.
Destiny.
Yes.
I don't got no minutes, so it better hang the fuck up.
It's the weekend.
Ain't them Roman charges?
There's 100% enrollment charge.
International, yeah. It's an international call.
Universe, where you at? Like, where you at?
Beep, beep. You gotta have the chirp.
Oh my god.
Man, phones have evolved so much since we first started it. Bro, so, I don't know if you ever told you the story. I have friends that use callback tones in 2021.
Yes.
What the? Wow.
As in a ringback? Yes.
My mom used that.
Here's the funniest part about her, one of them. Hers is personally recorded.
Yes.
She held her phone.
Old school.
So like the fucking speaker was like,
Yeah.
so,
And the
thank you
reason
so
that
much for giving it.
This is the reason that you. Oh, I don't fuck with her. It's easy. Hey, it's Eddie. You know what to do. Like the reason that is so funny, you can tell that it's like that is because her fucking windows are down. And all you hear is the fucking wind in the back. Like all you hear is the wind in the background. She's like, "Hey, this is Eddie. You know what to do." Like, I'm like, "Yo, that shit is like." So I called because I used to call her. We used to be friends. So when I called her, Charlie got mad. He's like, "Does that person really have a ringback tone?" I'm like, "Yo, I'm not in control of that."
Damn.
I just know this person.
Mind blowing, bro.
And then he put that shit on fucking Facebook. He's like, "Yo, I need y'all to know this. If you have a ringback tone in like 2016, go ahead and unfriend me."
Please unfriend me, bro.
That's why y'all not friends no more.
That's just shit. For the sake of the podcast, yes. But that shit cracked me the fuck because he got so offended. He's like, "Is that real? Like that's a real thing going on right now?"
Real.
It just reminds me of shit. Like, do you remember some of the shit that we had that aren't around no more? Like nostalgic shit that we don't got anymore. You remember Video Now?
Video Now.
You remember Light Bright?
I remember Light Bright.
You remember Gamefly?
Video Now it was literally like they had like these little discs that it was like this player. It was an oblong construction of it. You put the disc in the player and you could watch the episodes. They had a black and white version and they had a colored version of it. And I had one as a gift. And I used to have it. Mine used to come with the Jackie Chan Adventures. This is how I watched because I had all the episodes of the Jackie Chan Adventures on my Video Now.
That's
so
crazy.
the thing is, one of the times the button would slip and then it would just play no matter what. So I'm in like school and I forgot I had it in my backpack. And you know the intro to fucking Jackie Chan Adventures is like unmistakable, but like I'm like, did somebody watch Jackie Chan Adventures? And I'm over here like, that's crazy. And I'm just sitting there doing my shit and like the teacher at one point just looks back at me and I'm like, what the fuck is everybody looking at me? Like, yes, I'm in class. I used to skip class a lot. Yes, I'm here. And then at one point, like, I leaned down to get something. I'm like, yo, that's me. I had fucking killed half my battery on my shit playing like 6 episodes.
Still here.
I always wanted a fushigi ball, but I found out that's not a real thing. Like the little gravitational bullshit.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
The toys that used to have when we used to get the moonbound shoes.
Moonbound.
This is some of the dumbest stuff. Wow. It took me a second to even remember half this. Okay.
I always wanted that coloring book with a little easel.
Easy bake ovens.
Okay, see, I fucked with the Easy Bake ovens until they always stopped working.
Until she found out that it wasn't organic and she just stopped playing.
No, they would start burning everything. Like, eventually, something
Danny back in the day over here like, man, that shit ain't vegan. I ain't fucking with it.
Man, vegan or not, that shit was nasty, but I still used to eat it.
Facts, bro.
That's hilarious.
You felt accomplished as a child, okay? Being able to cook something.
Oh, my sister was slick. She called it mud pies.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, we both know what's going on here. You know what I mean? It's a mud.
Yeah, man. I used to sit there right with my sister while she made them shits, bro. Hell yeah, man.
Am I the only one who
Get it
thinks the banquet brownies from like the little TV dinner meal? That's what they taste like.
I feel
Just to fuck those up.
so fucking like offended at my family now because like we had an Easy Bake Oven. Nobody ever baked a fucking thing.
Why?
There was no point for that fucking thing to be there. Like we had it. Nobody ever did anything
It's
with
for
it.
sure.
That's
It was the Easy Bake Oven was for decoration.
right.
Hey,
Vintage.
you better not dry your hands on my fucking decorative towels. You better not touch my Easy Bake Oven.
Like that, we never fucking used it.
Look how much we love our kids. We got them Easy Bake Ovens and, you know, all
Right.
that. We never use it.
We
Talking to your teacher.
you know what else was like really fucking great though was the clap on clap off lights.
No, I hated those
Clapper.
things.
Yeah, man.
I hated
Clapper
those things.
My mom pulled one of the greatest fucking pranks on us as kids with that.
Clap on, clap on.
Yeah, clapper. That shit was fucking fire.
Dope. I used to
But-
love commercials.
My dumbass brain, the first thing I thought about when I heard clap, I know what you're talking about, and I reacted to that, but my face. The little fucking hand.
Oh, the little hands that clank together. Oh, yes, bro. Oh, man. That's
Go ahead, I want to hear this.
Oh yeah. The fucking prank that she did. So it was around. I want to say it was like around Friday the 13th at some point in time. So we all go to Walmart. We're just fucking going around shopping and shit like that. Mom picks up like some fucking some new lamps and shit like that, and she like we're going down the game board aisle, and she's like, oh, like we should do something for like everybody. Let me pick up this Ouija board, this Ouija board. It's bilingual.
It's French and Spanish.
right. It's French and
Ouija.
Spanish. So Ouija.
You think we funny?
I try not to laugh at that one. No, you guys are serious.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're serious.
Ouija.
Dead serious.
It's not called that, but we're
Nah,
dead.
it's called
we're dead serious. Yes,
Yeah.
you are correct. We are dead
If
serious.
you had to
You're
question,
correct. We're correct. It's all correct.
if you don't think you're wrong, you're never gonna be wrong. If you hadn't stopped us, he would have kept going.
Right. So this, so they picked up this Ouija board, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna have a séance tonight." We're like, "All right, cool, no problem." So
That's
we
a
picked
sexy
up.
sleepover with some spirits. Alliteration.
So it's a Ouija board.
Yeah, it was a
Ouija.
Ouija board.
Yeah,
It was a
Ouija.
Ouija board.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
tell me when you see a G or an E in that.
Right.
The spelling of that is. It's not a W-E-E-G-E-E.
It's French and Spanish.
That's what I thought Ouija board was. Before I saw the spelling of Ouija board, I thought it was spelled W-E-E-G-E-E.
I thought it was spelled like Luigi. Like
That
WUI.
fucks me up even more.
Wow. Yes. Put a W. Oh my god, that's crazy.
Yeah. So that's the way I thought it was.
Right.
Because if you think about it, he hunts ghosts or some shit like that. He fights ghosts.
Luigi's
So like,
Mansion? You got him because he's a new Luigi boy.
Oh shit, y'all fucking me up.
Oh man.
hey, it just kind of makes sense to me. I don't know.
Right.
But so
It all comes together.
So they wanted to do like a seance. So it's me, my step siblings, my uncle. We're all fucking surrounded around this table and shit like that. We're in
A
the
bunch
living
of
room.
Alabaster Americans.
Bunch of Alabaster Americans, some uncoloreds, and
Undercovers.
They're undercolored.
oh yeah, undercoloreds.
Yeah, undercovers. Colored by the numbers.
Right. 4 is for green. But, so they fucking set it up. My mom's fucking heading it and shit like that. My little stepsister is like, oh no, like I don't want to be a part of it. So she's just gonna sit next to her dad. And the rest of us are all still surrounding it. And my mom's like, oh, you know, like, is anybody there? Is, you know, blah, blah, blah. So she, like, moves the fucking little triangle shit and brings it over to Yes. And we're like, ooh, ominous. And then so, like, she's like, okay, like, if anybody's there, you know, give us a sign. I'm going to go ahead and clap and let us know if you're there. So she claps and the fucking lights went off and all hell breaks loose. Me, my older stepsister, who's only 1 year older than me, like started fucking freaking out. The little stepsister, who's 1 year younger than me, who's not even a part of it, fucking loses her shit and starts screaming at the top of her lungs. I don't know if y'all know this, but the way that the clapper works is based off of noise. So like, no matter what the fucking noise is, if it's loud enough, it's gonna keep going on and off. So the fucking lights, and so my mom like fucking dived into it. She's like, oh my god, you're making him mad, like he's gonna come and get us, like, oh my god, blah, blah.
Oh my
Fucking
gosh, that's messed up.
hilarious, bro. Like my mom, like, so my older
Genius.
stepsister's like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. What do I do? What do I do? I want to be out of it. She's like, you have to blow out your candle. So she blows out the fucking little tea candle, and it fucking sprays wax all over my uncle's face. And that shit was hilarious. So
She was so scared. She
was so fucking scared, man.
blew that bitch out.
Did your mom ever say
And-
goodbye?
No.
That's why you have bad luck now.
But
You're
it's
supposed to say
wild.
goodbye to the spirit. Your mom didn't say goodbye to the spirit.
Never
God
can
damn it,
say
I think
goodbye.
It's still there.
That's probably what that shit was the other night. We feel like we have a ghost in this house now, or at least I do. Chauncey doesn't.
10
But
years
like
later.
the other, like a solid 15 years later, longer than that actually. I was probably like
A poltergeist
10.
don't ever forget. So my dick remembers everything. What the fuck that saying?
Shout out to Chad, just getting beat up.
Shout out to Gilby.
Right.
But so me and Chauncey were sitting here the other night, just sitting on the couch, and all of a sudden we hear something from his fucking room that sounds like they had knocked over the mics or some shit like that, and then like scurried away. So like, me and Chauncey get up, go in the room, ain't nothing there. I'm like, all right, Chauncey, I'm gonna fucking fight this ghost, bro. I want you to know that. I'm gonna throw hands with this ghost, bro. He's like, we ain't got no ghost, man.
I don't
Like,
think
we got something
something.
that be making noises.
You know what part of that is? Chauncey don't want to believe that there's ghosts because he's not readily equipped to deal with that right now.
All he's got to do is throw hands. I'm so fucking serious. Ghosts aren't ready to throw hands.
Just
Ghosts
an
are
offering.
intangible.
Give it some food.
Man,
I'm not giving it shit but a fucking beating, Danny. I'ma
You'll be
beat that
punching
fucking
air.
ghost. No,
They're
I'm
not-
not.
Ghosts
They're
gonna
not
fuck his ass
physical.
up.
See,
He does not.
that is the common misconception, and that's why everybody's afraid of ghosts, and that's why they have that
No,
power
I'm
that they
not scared
do.
of ghosts.
No.
I'm about as scared of ghosts as I am of skeletons. I'm not scared of either one of those things.
Alright, all we need is a vacuum cleaner and the Ouija board, and then we gonna
The
get rid of
Ouija
that.
board.
We
As long
good.
as you say goodbye.
Oh yeah, that was another thing. We didn't have a vacuum cleaner. Somebody had brought that up. We're like, we got a mop. this man gonna get mopped up.
Jeez. No, actually, speaking
That's
of
hilarious if you think about it. You just spray with a little liquid. I'm gonna blind his eye. Someone throw a shield at him. I hit him in the face.
See, and here's the thing though. Like whenever you see a ghost, you have to take a sheet and throw it on them, and then that way they just become part of the KKK. And you can beat the fuck
Then-
out of them.
yeah.
Oh, no. What you're doing is you're getting them canceled, and they're not allowed to haunt no more.
oh gosh,
They knew a lot of black ghosts on the slump about a slave ghost back in the day. Making a PR nightmare. What happened? And he touched me.
Oh my god, no.
No, but true story too. My mom used to use the Ouija board, and we used to live in Virginia. So up north, we have like a lot of Indian burial grounds, like all through New York and
Native American,
and different types.
Now we're being canceled.
Oh gosh,
that's cool. My girlfriend's Indian.
This is the part. Oh,
diversity hire. You
right.
Yes.
So the house we lived in, we ventured into like the backyard, and we discovered like there's a tombstone, a whole like not a whole cemetery, but just tombstones. We're like, oh, okay, we live on a Indian burial ground, cool. And that house was not really haunted to where like doors open and close, but at night, you would hear stuff like the houses up north like make a lot of noise because of the heat. And they started like blaming things on like, oh, the heat's contracting in the attic. That's why you hear whole ass footsteps or something walking up the stairs at night. It's the heat, even in the wintertime. And my mom was.
It's just the heat of the moment.
I was gonna say heat of the night.
So the whole time.
I don't know the lyrics to that song, so you might have been right.
So the whole time my mom's like using this Ouija board. And everything kind of like calms down. One morning, we walked out, me and my sister, and on the kitchen table, there was like, you guys have seen a cheese board before, right?
A charcuterie joint?
Charcuterie?
I don't know.
A charcuterie board.
Basically, it's like
charcuterie.
Charcuterie is how you
Charcuterie.
I don't know. I can't speak in French.
I was butchered.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
No.
Yes.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
That's not even French. That's more like Scottish.
No. I just said it weird. But it's like coochie. But I can't roll the R there.
Cooterie.
Cooterie.
Let me sample your charcuterie.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
But basically, all that's like laid out. I'm looking at it. I was younger, and turns out, I don't know how the fuck Ouija boards work, but apparently she pissed off something. Weird shit was happening, and to get rid of the spirit, you lay that out, and nobody can touch it. Because remember me and my sister like looking like, oh, what should we take from it? My mom's like, don't touch that. Just leave it there. And I never understood till I got older. I'm like, oh shit. She was calling in spirits. She gave an offering to them.
Your mom over here trying to give them aromatic cheeses and certain types of meats.
Right.
That's wild.
It's all good until you fuck around with the lactose intolerant
Or
ghost.
vegan ghost. You fucking with vegan ghosts, what am I gonna give them? Plant-based meat? No, they're not gonna be. They're from a time that wasn't a thing. They even just offended. They don't know what the fuck that
They gonna
is.
slap that shit off the table.
I
What the fuck is that? It's like, yo, it's plant-based. What the fuck is that? Like,
moral of the story, we moved out of that house. So.
No. A moral of the story is some shit that you learn from the story. You just made a different realtor decision, you know?
But I always heard that like you can't offer the ghost anything because that invites them to stay.
Right.
I thought that was vampires.
No, you
my
just
cousin
can't
Lenny.
invite them in.
Oh.
Well, once
I
they're
thought
in,
that was Vic.
she called. That's funny. She called them in, so it's kind of like, hey, take this to leave. Like, you're here. Thank you for being here. Whatever purpose it serves.
What type of passive robbery is that?
Right.
Yo, steal only this.
Only this, and we only gonna give you one. So don't
We got
come back
Genoa
again.
salami.
Man.
We got Genoa salami, and we got Munster cheese. Which one you want? Nigga, I'm vegan. I don't want none of this shit. I got oats and berries.
Man.
That remind me when Santa Claus used to come and eat all my fucking cookies. I used to be mad as shit.
Bro, all right, so
My man used to
What
be
if
mad that
Santa
he got
Claus-
presents.
What if Santa Claus is a
fuck?
spirit?
no, hear me out.
I got a bike, but I wanted those cookies. Mom made some cookies.
That was my first word, cookie.
Mine was
yeah?
bitch. In my defense, the person that was holding me was a bitch. Like, I just know that for a fizzle.
Oh shit.
That is your mother.
It was not my mom.
Oh, okay.
Sir, that is
I
your
didn't
mother.
speak the moment I was born.
I don't know.
Bitch. That the nigga slapped my ass. I called him a bitch. Bitch. No, that's my brother. Yes. I didn't know. Like, okay, I come from a place. I learned about Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny not being real at a really young age. Really young.
Same.
Right. So like, when I was in Chicago one year for Christmas, my cousin had he was super young, super into all that shit. And my aunt, she just went ahead and started putting out cookies and shit like that. And it's like 11:30 at night. And I'll lose my shit when I come upstairs from the basement. I'm like, yo, who the fuck leaving cookies out? What the fuck you get in? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Right? And my aunt's like, look. That's for Santa Claus. I'm like, oh shit. I looked at my cousin.
You're lucky.
I looked at my cousin because he was sleeping on the couch. Like, so I just sat next to him and watched Major Payne. I just let him. You see Santa Claus? I'm like, shh. You had to go back to the car. Go back to sleep. That's just hilarious. I can't wait to lie to children about that shit.
I can't wait.
I can't wait to lie to children.
I had like the same situation though. Like I stopped believing in Santa Claus probably around the age of like 5 or 6.
That is so sad because he's one of your like favorite entities too.
Right, but I have a reason for that, and I'll explain it at the later end of this story. So, but I had pretty much stopped believing in Santa Claus or anything like that, probably around like 5 or 6, and my mom was super mad that I had stopped. So she kept trying for years and years and years to get me to believe in Santa. I was like, it's not happening. One, we're broke. And like
we broke, mama.
But my mom always held it down. She always made sure like our Christmas fucking spread out was always nice. But it was just something that I like just didn't believe in anymore.
Where were you at on the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy?
I never believed the Easter Bunny existed or the
I had
Tooth
too
Fairy.
many questions for the Easter Bunny to be real.
I just like it just wasn't a thing for me ever. So that was just me. But Santa was like something that I stopped believing in. But I remember one year, and this is the part that kind of got me to completely never believe in Santa. And I feel bad for that because my mom tried her best. But it was, of course, Christmas Eve. They fucking wake me up in the middle of the night. It was probably like midnight, maybe 1 o'clock in the morning. And they're like, hey, Josh, come here. Like, Santa's here. And also the same house that we had the fucking seance in.
Oh my god.
We apparently
Santa.
I know.
Also, my mom used to fuck with me a lot in that house. She once dressed up as Jason Voorhees, and we were outside playing football at like fucking 8 o'clock at night. She's supposed to be at work, by the way. And they threw the fucking football into like the woods off the side of the road. So I went to go grab the football. She comes out with a fucking machete chasing me, bro.
Oh my god.
She has no reason to ever ask why you like this. It's like, you know exactly.
You know why I don't like lizards, right? Because she used to chase me with a fucking 4-foot iguana.
She let the iguana out. Didn't she let the iguana out? And
Yeah, it attacked me in the middle of the night.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. You know, like trying to tell her to relate. I was like, yo, your cat Avery got me because I had the same thing. Look at this.
When Teddy was born, your mom was like, yes, I finally
you know what?
to tantalize this.
Whenever I was born, my mom passed out giving birth to me, and she had a dream that I was a gremlin. So whenever I was actually born, the first thing that she said was, "Oh, he's not a gremlin." Like that really set the precipice for how we were gonna go for the rest of our lives.
My mom almost had me in the toilet.
He's not ugly.
Like my mom's like, I have to pee right now. She's like, just pee on the table. Fuck you. I have to use the bathroom. I was almost born in the toilet. Like dead ass.
That's fucking hilarious.
That's
My mom set the precedent.
He's the shit.
yeah.
Flush or not
that's
to flush?
good.
Still a good
Uplifting. You know,
manifest.
could have said he ain't shit, but you know.
You know,
He wasn't nothing but shit.
So back to my Santa thing. So they woke me up that morning. They bring me out to the living room. They're like peeking around like corners and shit like that. And of course, there's Santa Claus putting presents underneath the door and shit like that. And this is the
door.
This is. Did I say the door?
you did.
Under the tree. I'm sorry. Under the tree. I'm sorry. I'm so fucking sorry. Yeah, man. We was
Every house
broke.
he's
We didn't
lived in
have a
is a
Christmas
magical
tree. We had a
motherfucker.
Christmas door. No.
See that?
It's just because the reason they used the door is because the only wood in the house.
But no, so putting Christmas presents underneath the tree and shit like that. So like pretty cool. Throws the fucking like empty like little knapsack over the shoulder. And I think this is also funny because it was clearly my mom, because my mom was the tallest person in the house, which she's like 5'10". Her boyfriend at the time is only like 5'8", and like my uncle was only like 5'9". So she was the brawliest motherfucker in the house.
You sure you mean burliest?
No, I meant brawliest.
Okay.
Or broccoliest, but not now. Now that I have said that word, no, brolic. Brolic is the word that I'm going for. Not broccoli.
Yeah, that's
a good green.
It's a good reference. You know what I'm saying, bro?
She's green because she was a Grinch.
So, but
If I only had a saying.
through the fucking knapsack over the shoulder and exits out the front door. And that is the part that fucking, like, I was like, nope, y'all lost it.
That's it.
I have seen the movie Santa Claus with Tim Allen, and I'm pretty sure he creates a chimney and goes up it.
Right.
Like, y'all, this man's going out the front door. I was like, what?
That is so funny.
It's
a good thing we were friends back then. Because me and this nigga been questioning this shit like, yo,
It's
yo.
because he swapped out the fucking reindeer fucking cart for us in a cart,
Right.
bitch.
Slave?
Yeah, a sleigh for a fucking
Right, for
supercar.
for a fucking 2002 Ford Taurus, bitch.
Like no, like that ass like.
So you could drive off into the night.
Here's the crazy part, because I saw Santa Claus, and I was like, I don't believe y'all, because where I'm from, we don't have chimneys. Like, I'm from the projects. Like,
that's why I thought the movie Santa Claus did so good of that. Like,
no.
Explanation.
But me, I was like, because like my aunt's house was nice. She had a great house. So like, when I go up there, that's high school I want to be at. But it was crazy because like where I was at, we didn't have a chimney. Like there's no chimneys anywhere, and all we had was radiators, right? Okay. And this old lady in the neighborhood used to tell us that the Santa Claus came out the radiator, and I was like, you really think I'm stupid, don't you? Like that's literally. I was like, nah. She's like, and I have people like, you believe that he has all these gifts that he get? Like, I don't believe in any of this shit. I'm like, the part that doesn't make sense to me is why is this white man coming to my house at the middle of the night? That's the part I have a problem with. He's not safe where I'm from. Like, they're
gonna kill Santa, mommy.
He's like, Mom, Santa got hit up in a drive-by and Rudolph is bleeding out. He needs to go.
No, they got me similar too, man. When I was little, like I believed in Santa. Like I really believed in this dude, and I was happy every time he bought presents. But one year, they're like, hey, we're gonna go visit Santa at Rana Center, because that's where my stepdad worked at. He's the manager at Rana Center. She's like, we're going to visit Santa, Rana Center, get dressed. I'm like, okay, yeah, let's go see him. Why, I seen a black man in a Santa outfit. I'm like,
who are you?
My
sir?
whole life he's been uncolored,
White.
So how did Santa get black now? You know what I'm saying? And I didn't believe in his ass ever since. They fucked it up.
Bro, the crazy part is him working the job is what made me think. Because my mom was an asshole, bro. She's like, because at first she's like, Santa Claus works at the mall because he has to make sure he has money throughout the year. Like, you know how expensive it is to run a $1 billion franchise.
That's a fucking good explanation.
I was like, Mommy, why is that? I was like, Mom, why is he at Walmart at the mall? She's like, how else is he gonna feed the elf? That's fair.
It's fucked up. I don't ever think I had the chance to believe in Santa Claus, because my parents, I don't know why, I would go in their closet just like messing with their stuff, and I would see the Christmas presents in the closet.
See, that's cool.
And then I would see them under the tree, so I'm like, okay. And I remember telling my dad that one year because they were going on about something, pouring milk, and I was like, if Santa's real, then why are the presents in the closet? And my dad got so mad.
You heard porn milk, didn't you?
I did hear
so
porn
mad.
milk.
Okay, which is actually really funny, because that's what I was thinking about as well.
Porn
Do not mean to take away from your story.
No, I heard porn milk.
But you know what I was thinking in my head?
Yeah.
I was like, damn, like it's crazy. She went into her parents' closet and found presents. All I found was presents. All I found was porn and dildos. That's crazy. This is wild. Like,
Porn milk.
Porn and milk.
She said porn milk. I'm like, okay, maybe I just heard it by myself. And then I look over at him and he's like, he got taken out by a fucking toxic dart. He started falling out.
Who are your parents?
I had to bring him back with me. I'm like, yeah. That's not what she
Is porn milk just code for semen?
That's fucked up.
That's what they used to tell me when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? Before I found out what it was. Porn milk.
Did you guys ever find your parents' porn stashes?
That's what I was referring to. Like, you used to go be able to find Christmas shit. I found Christmas DVDs, but it wasn't what you thought it was.
Yeah, right.
My stepdad didn't hide his porn. It was that ass in the bathroom, underneath the bathroom sink. It was just magazines like stacked up, like 80 of them bitches, and he would just go get new ones or like trade them out or something.
That's the part,
which is very terrible. Like if you think about it, like,
thank
sir,
you for
you
technology?
just jacked off. Yes, thank you for technology.
Thank you, because that's not a fucking transaction you want to make, like, in person anymore. Like I'm not looking none of y'all in the eye if I'm buying a porno magazine and shit.
I had one of my friends back in 5th grade, and I went over to just spend the weekend over at his house and shit like that. And so we're hanging out, and his mom's gone, and he goes into his mom's room and comes back with a whole bunch of like beads in his hand. And he's like, hey man, you want to play with these? I'm like, sure. What are they? Like, are they marbles or something like that? He's like, no, they're my mom's sex beads. She puts them in her pussy and pops them out. And that was the most wildest shit I ever heard in my fucking life.
Let me hold them.
I was like, sir, I don't think you should be touching these. That is your mom's.
Yo, and the crazy part is they still make those and shit. Like, they make like vibrating ones. Like, okay, hear me out. This is gonna sound really weird, because like, I had a lot of really hard to explain friendships with my toxic ass friend, because like, how are you so close with this person that you know this about them? It was like, because my friends are cool.
Facts.
My homegirl had those vibrating beads and shit, those vibrating balls and shit that you put in there. She apparently it helps with the Kegels and all the other shit. And she would be like, so what do you think I should put them in? Like, she dead ass was asking me to tell her, like, we would go to the casino and shit. She go, I'm like, yo, put them in there. She's like, all right. If she would dead ass do it. I was like, this girl's a freak. It's like, but then you think about it, it's like when we were growing up, we just had no context to the point. Like, that's the best understanding you had of some of your, like, I learned a lot of my mom's boyfriends at that time and shit, because I'm like, damn, this is what he into and shit, and my mom don't know nothing like this. Like, like, he's all big black transsexual women. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm playing. I'm joking.
Oh my god.
But it was like shit like that. You said like, damn, son, for real. Like, you think you know somebody? You look at their porn history. It's like, I don't know you at all.
Man. Another crazy thing that had happened is my step sibling's mother was dating some guy at the point at a point in time, and he was a Filipino.
Why you say it like that?
I don't know. Saying it as like he was a Filipino makes it sound racist, but he was Filipino.
He was Philly.
And he was like one of the coolest people I ever.
He was a Pinoy boy toy.
he was like one of the coolest people I ever met though. He's like, I still like remember this dude from time to time. He's like very like lighthearted, like cared about people. He's like a genuine person.
Was he like your first
he
father?
couldn't say like words that began with the letter P. You know, he started with a F. So he wouldn't call people perverts. He would call them ferberts. And so like I thought that was fucking hilarious. You fucking fervert. He's like, you fucking fervert. But so he kept or like my older stepbrothers kept finding he only had one VHS porno tape. That was it, just one. And he would keep hiding it in different places, and they would keep finding it. And one time I found it, which was under the stove in that little drawer. That's where they put it one time.
Oh,
That's serious.
And so I found it, and I went ahead and put it in, and it was on a part of the video where, and this is something that has like set a really high bar in my life. Another thing to add to my bucket list, because it was a black dude and this white girl, and they had just like robbed a bank, and then they were in the woods, and they put the money on the ground, and they started fucking on the money.
What?
And I was like, that was just some power trip shit, and like,
wow,
something I need to have happen in my life. That's why I want to have a bank robbery on my bucket
put down
The
list.
fucked up part is, Teddy, since I've met you, I think you talked about robbing a bank 3 times.
Yeah, and now you know the etymology of that.
Off the record.
On the record.
Right.
On the record.
On the record.
On the record.
Like, I think if you gave Teddy a chance to rob a bank, like, he would do it 100%.
Absolutely. If you
Could guarantee he doesn't go to jail for it.
absolutely.
But you can't tell him that part. Like, you know he doesn't go to jail, but you kind of like hint at him, because if he knows that he's not gonna get in trouble, it's not gonna have the same like.
It's not gonna have the
Yeah.
same like, yeah.
He has to, there's some stakes behind
Gotta
it
get
and
the
shit.
rush.
So yeah,
Right.
Life
Be a
or death.
rush behind it.
Yeah.
I think that would be fucking hilarious.
Fucking
You gotta put down a sheet though.
no, you fuck
have
on
to.
top of the
No,
money.
You put the money under. Okay, so you put the sheet down first, and then you
No.
put the money in the sheet. That way you don't get bit by ants or centipedes. Trust me, I know a lot about having sex in public. I do it a lot. I haven't done it with this girl.
You also
at all.
gotta have a bottle of salt and make a salt ring.
That only works against demons.
No, it works against sea bears.
Sea dick?
Sea bears. It doesn't do shit against sea rhinoceroses because it's an oval.
Hell nah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, 100%. But no, like I learned a lot of shit about myself. Like I thought I was into some voyeurism shit. Having sex in public is one of my most normal things, and I don't ever think about it. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Most of the time I
That's
hooked up with
crazy.
somebody is at the pool.
Alright.
There was a point in time where we used to just drive down the road and he'd be like, I fucked in that pool. I fucked in that pool.
Oh
I
my
fucked in that pool.
gosh.
I fucked in that pool.
But like that's one of the jokes that my boy made.
cereal
My boy dead ass would be like, yo, so like, you know, you haven't had sex with that girl yet, you should go swimming with her. Because you know how it happens, bro.
Alright.
Wow.
I
Are
just not-
pools like a hot spot?
I don't know. Okay, I think I'm not had my most game in the water. You feel me? I was almost born in the toilet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You must become the water.
Yeah.
Be water. Become the pool.
yeah. Become the drain. Like, that's what you got to do. It just happens.
Cover her all
Yeah,
up.
and it's not like once or twice. It's literally been like 4 or 5 partners of mine I've had sex with at the pool,
Wow.
and that was our first sexual encounter.
Same pool.
Not crazy.
No, different pools.
Different pools.
But there has been times I've had sex with the same girl in the same pool as other girls, but the initial time is always somewhat different.
Just for
100%
clarification.
Like, no, because okay, I'm dead ass the type of person that like, if you tell me we're gonna go swimming, and like I'm not thinking nothing sexual. I am these niggas know me very well and shit. I will be the nigga that's like, I'm dead ass ready, flip. I have like fucking swim shorts on, sometimes the basketball shorts, and I am ready to go swimming because my motto is I'm gonna get wet. I dead ass want to go swimming at all times. I don't give a fuck. I just want to go swimming, and cause I've always loved swimming. It's one of my favorite things to do. So whenever I had to go, they're like, hey, we should go to the pool. I'm like, yo, dope. Late at night, no one's gonna be there. It's gonna be lit. Let's do it. So I go dressed like an adult. You know what I'm saying? Wearing basketball shorts. I got my towel and shit. I was happy as fuck. Yeah. I love the water. And then she shows up in her underwear and like her matching bra and panty set. That's the first time it popped in my head. She probably gonna try to fuck me. Like, I want to go swimming. You know what I mean? Like that was my entire intent. The whole night was to go swimming. Yeah, we're gonna hang out, but we're gonna hang out in a place I can be as free as I want. I feel like a fucking otter in the water.
Man, Lucas, you know what? Maybe you're like part dolphin, and every time you get in the water with a woman, your powers.
Have you seen my physique? I am more of a manatee.
Manatees are very sexual.
I have heard that.
What? I didn't know manatees be fucking like that.
Damn.
When a manatee loves a woman manatee.
Wow, that's good.
Oh man.
Hey, so you already know if you get you to a pool, what's gonna happen?
Yo, it's going down.
It's gonna be a different kind of swimming going down.
It's going down in the deep end, not the DMs. It's going down in the deep end. It's funny because she's 5'1".
Coca-Cola Redbone?
She ain't going that far.
I feel like y'all are all judging me at this point. I don't really give a fuck.
Everybody's judging you, bitch.
Nobody's judging.
Oh, okay. So yeah, this is a question I've always wanted to know. What's the weirdest place anyone of y'all ever had sex at? Not you two specifically. Y'all knew this conversation. but because y'all are here, answer the question.
we speaking about boats and waters. Like we just had sex on a kayak. Don't ask how, but we did that.
Okay, so I will say this.
Hillsborough River.
Kayak. We have been friends for a grip.
It was a kayak. Not a canoe, a kayak.
We have maintained the same friendship the whole time. If you know anything about me, the only thing I have to know right now is how. I don't give a fuck. Don't ask you how. I need to know how y'all did it.
First off, we had to practice balance.
Right.
We had to make sure the boat didn't flip over.
It's all about core.
Yeah, so we had to keep your core sturdy so the boat don't flip while you fucking, And,
no, I'm saying your fourth chakra. I don't know which one it is.
Yo, that helps a lot.
Throat chakra.
Okay.
Watch that throat chakra. Get all in the roots.
What time of the day was this?
Broad daylight.
Broad daylight.
Oh yeah, broad daylight.
Okay, so how secluded were y'all? Were y'all around people? I know nature don't count, but human beings.
Honestly, whenever I'm thinking Hillsborough River, I'm thinking like downtown Tampa, Hillsborough River. But y'all are probably like Hillsborough State Park River-ish area.
I don't even know what part it was, but we was
there. Y'all was just out there, huh?
There are people out there.
We was out there. There's people out there, so we made sure we cut off like a piece of the river where there wasn't too many people there. We made sure we kept look. And as soon as we didn't see any other boats, let's get at it, let's do it.
right now.
And he's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, baby, let's do this.
Yeah,
let's
baby,
do this. You scratch this off the list.
One with nature, baby.
Oh, can I mention also while on acid? So just gotta throw that in there.
Nice,
that's pretty cool.
I'm surprised I was able to keep balance.
Right.
Being a Libra helps.
Oh, got that Libra skin. Don't worry, baby. Just gotta throw this leg out one way.
Don't worry about them Crocs. No, them gators over there. They just worried. They just watching.
Oh my god, that's fucking great.
What about you guys?
I don't think I've had no crazy places.
I can't think of anything crazy, honestly.
No, man, I'm
100%. I have done like public sex, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
fucking
I got
cars
caught
and shit like
fucking
that
before by a cop.
How was that experience, bro?
That wasn't actually that bad. I thought it could have went a lot worse because I was by a school. It could have been a whole different situation. I was like, the dude was straight, bro. So it was like, it was Summerfield, the school in Summerfield, bro. So, like when you go down the road, like in the front of the school, it goes to like a fucking dead end. So like we over in the dead end, right. Cop just patrolling like normal, he see the car posted back there. He pull up, dick all out. couldn't do shit about that, man. So he knocked on the window. You know, I just pulled my pants up, pulled out. He asked me what was going on. Nigga, what? Like,
what you mean was going on?
Right. You know, he was like, yo, you know, I really don't give a fuck, but you know, you just can't do that here, bro. So just take it somewhere else, bro. You know, I'm gonna let this slide. And I was just like,
Chauncey got good luck.
Yeah.
it's that Chauncey luck.
That's kind of fucking. It made me think about what happened yesterday while we was at the opening for the gift shop tattoo place. And as we were like standing out there posted up on the fucking on the brick wall, you know what I'm saying, Chauncey smoking his black, we look over to our right, ain't nothing but two thoughts on top of a fucking sedan twerking.
Right.
And then like this fucking cop had just pulled up and went into the building. We're like, oh, thank God that cop ain't see that shit, bro.
Right.
Just turns around, the fucking they went around the block and came down the other side of the street, fucking twerking still. And the fucking cop came out and seen them. We left at that point in time, but the cop just like pretty much drove up to him, was like, come on guys, be smart about this, don't do this.
Right.
That was pretty much it.
That's,
It was just,
so that situations that I think like it's always weird because like people are always like, oh, cops are this, cops are that. Okay, honestly, I've had some really funny interactions with cops. Like me and this nigga got was it me and you or was it me and Vic? I think it was me and you. We were driving through Winthrop and we got pulled over.
Oh yeah, it was me and you.
So we went to Winthrop. We were playing Pokemon Go, right? And this is like 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. Dead ass. No bullshit. Dead ass is what we used to do. So we're driving around the neighborhood, and we're smoking too. But that's because we do it everywhere we go. So like we're in the Winthrop Plaza and shit, and this like a cop stops us, and he sounded so disappointed in us. He's like, what are y'all doing? Y'all playing Pokemon Go? We're like, yeah. And he's like, alright, like,
and it just rolled off.
He got us for saying we were selling drugs. I think he wanted because he dead out. Like he came up and he was so disappointed.
Wow.
I really felt like I let this nigga down.
Right.
Because he's like, what do y'all do? Because he was playing Pokemon Go. I was playing Pokemon on my phone. Because my Pokemon Go app used to fuck me up all the time. So like we went like this to show what we was doing. He's like, all right, y'all have a good night.
Damn.
Like, he ain't say shit else to him.
I thought y'all selling drugs.
He wanted us to be. I feel like
smoking or something.
Right.
Doing some shit stupid.
there was one time whenever we lived in Ybor, our friend Reese, he used to have a huge issue with not locking his car doors, and so somebody broke in and like stole his bag and shit like that, and had like his work phone in it and shit like that. So we took it upon ourselves to walk around the neighborhood to see if we seen anybody like sketchy. We ended up finding somebody sketchy, so we called the cops. The cops got there, and the cops asked us, why didn't y'all beat his ass?
What?
Dead ass.
So okay, yeah, because Reese is pissed off. Reese is dramatic. He's so pissed off about this shit. He's like, fuck, he's broken my phone. It's always bullshit. Some probably racist bullshit. He's always on some shit like that. So when we were going around, we ran into because like we called the cops. Was like, yo, like shit's missing. Like it wasn't like he was missing expensive shit. You know what I mean? Like it was like what, a laptop and an iPhone.
A laptop and an iPhone. Yeah.
Shit.
Like when iPhones first dropped.
Oh, man.
Yeah, no, I don't even think it was iPhone. I think it was whenever the Galaxy Note had first dropped.
Yeah, so like so they went to go. So we called the cops, and the cop came, and like they were on the opposite street of us. So we're walking around, and when we see him, I was like, man, I'm lucky. I'm glad y'all showed up. I wish I were here. Look, man, we would have fought this dude. He's like, you know, honestly, I'm not supposed to say this, but I really wish you guys would have. Like that's what he was like. He's like, I'm like, are you just telling us? Like, so I asked him flat out, like, are you telling us that we could be vigilantes? He's like, you know, I'm not saying you can.
He's like, it would just save us paperwork.
That's
pretty
what he told us,
Wow.
100%. Like, so my friends, probably the worst people to tell that to. These niggas are gonna answer the Call of Duty. Like,
Oh, beat ass. Okay, beat ass.
a word? I bet. So when this nigga's skull is concave, you know what I'm saying? Like that's type of shit we would be on if you let us do this shit. So like we were 100% ready to just be like, we have police backing to be vigilantes. We called ourselves the SOBs, Sons of Batman.
Okay, that's a twist.
This
That's
really
a
happened.
twist.
Marcus has a tattoo of the middle of his back.
Stop.
Yeah, SOB.
Y'all took this shit serious.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
It was just something that like we all didn't have like parental figures in our lives,
Right.
So neither did Batman.
Royalty. Basically the same
Right.
shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we were all pretty much orphans and shit like that, and we was like,
Yeah,
you know, we
man.
ain't really have shit, so we
best way to
dead ass
keep
called
us-
ourselves
That's
Sons of
really what
Batman.
it was.
The best way to keep us out of trouble was to hang out with each other. Like that's what it would be. Like that's really what it was.
True.
So it's like,
Facts.
but like it's also like it goes to the thing that we always say. Like I tell people this shit all the time. I'm not joking with you. you just because you laughed doesn't mean I was kidding. I was serious. That's not my fault. You know what I mean? It's like, don't be surprised when I do what I told you I was gonna do, and you decided to giggle about it, because I was 100% serious.
Like, I'm about to fuck your bitch.
It wouldn't be so when I got this tattoo and shit, I told you I got Betty White tattoo in my arm. They're like, no, you don't. What made you get that? It's like, I wanted to get it. You know, shit like that. It's like literally like, I'm gonna do this. Like, you're so funny. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, I don't know why I think I'm kidding. I am 100% serious.
You can be serious, but also you bring laughter to people.
That's their fault, because the way I talk. The way I talk make people laugh.
I see that as a really good thing, you know.
It's until no one takes you seriously.
It's a superpower.
There's a drawback to it.
Is it kind of like for a statement, like, you think I'm joking, but I'm actually gonna fucking do this shit?
It happens all the time. It's all. I'm literally. That's the whole point of it. Like, that's why. Just because you laughed at what I said does not mean I was joking. Like, I'm the type of nigga that I'll throw
we do that same thing with like people that we don't like, where we say that we don't fucking like them, and I'm not joking.
I really don't.
Like,
I really don't like you.
That shit happened one time. Whenever I was dating this chick. We only dated for like 6 weeks maybe, but like she has this thing where she only dates white boys, like stereotypical white boys at that. Yeah. And so I had like made a joke where like, oh, we had just picked him up, and I was like. She said something about Ariana Grande. I was like, fuck you, like, you can go fuck with like Chad or some shit like that, or Broderick, whoever the fuck you want to mess with, some of your white boys. She's like, maybe I will. I was like, all right, cool, go ahead and do it. Like, just like make sure you keep me informed, you know what I'm saying? just let me know prior to.
And she's like, are you serious? I'm like, he's dead serious, he's not doing it.
Right. And she's like, I can't believe you would say that. And he's like, well, I don't know why you would think he would be joking. I've known him for 15 years.
Like, that attitude is the best way, cause like a lot of that's where it's getting dangerous, because he do be saying a lot of bullshit. But I know that when it comes down to being down to do some shit, he really is down to do the shit. Like, I have always strived myself at having friends that are just as much with the shits that I'm with the shits. You know what I mean? Yeah. They just mask it better, because I really don't give it. Like, I go places with him, people are like, okay, so Chauncey's the straight man, Lucas is the funny one. I'm like, no. Chauncey just waiting until he wants to interject into this conversation. That's how he is.
That's how I work. I sit in the background and I observe until my moment comes.
The minute he opens his mouth, he's like, okay, he is just as stupid as Lucas is. So this is really bad. But it works out pretty well. I also feel like we haven't talked about this shit at all. You guys do a lot of spiritual stuff.
Oh yes. This
is your opportunity and time. Just talk about this. You are on a podcast.
We do all types of spiritual stuff.
Yeah, what made you guys get
now? Because you were just talking.
Oh no, I just remembered. First of all, I'm high as shit. My bad, y'all. Second of all, more importantly, I want to hear more about this.
Okay, like what specifically?
Yes.
So what actually do you guys do? Like, I know Shank does a little bit of like the Reiki stuff.
Reiki.
Dani, I don't really know exactly how much like you're involved into it either, but I know like Shank has his whole thing, and like you guys had talked about like doing like what was it, like spiritual thread cutting?
Okay, so yeah, there's cord cutting.
Cutting, that's what it is.
Yes, we do cord cutting, chakra cleansing, tarot readings.
Don't say birth charts, because I don't believe you.
Right. No. We were trying to get our birth chart reading for like a year.
Birth charts
She says birth chart, allegedly.
We don't charge for birth charts, by the way. Anyone that ever wants to do a birth chart.
Except for the three of us.
They charge in time.
No, you guys are getting on me. And last time I was here, Lucas wasn't here, and I actually got into it with you guys. Remember? Because Chauncey had a Virgo moon, right? And then... No, a Scorpio moon and a Virgo rising. So, Lucas, that's your fault for not being here. It is 100% your fault for not being here.
How many times were you supposed to show up and you haven't shown up?
That's the last time we talked about I'm here now.
Yeah.
I'm here now.
So, you want to hit my hookah, I want you to do my birth chart. I know what time I was born.
Do you want the world to know your birth chart? Because that's
I don't. First of all, bring it. Like, I got a little feisty ass girlfriend who'll do some shit for me. Not in a freaking way. Don't be like. I had to stop Chauncey's on that shit. Spicy. You know, like these dead ass. Like, I really have to deal with that. Like, these niggas both made comments about like all the pussy you get. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Oh gosh.
But no, like
he giving her that deep dick pizza.
Stop it.
That deep dick pizza.
Stop it.
Chicago beef
from Chicago.
Stop it. You guys are monsters. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But
she's crushed.
You stop too.
You know, she's Indian because my boy is India.
First of all,
never mind.
My girl put me on. She put me on to so many different. My girl is a vegetarian. Like, her family is vegetarian. So she used to be a vegetarian, but she stopped because she worked at Chick-fil-A. Like, no, who has that type of willpower? You know what I mean? But she's all into like she's put me on a lot of different shit. I eat cauliflower crust, man. That's my shit. Like I was thinking about that. I almost got the cauliflower rice at Chipotle. I'm like, yo, I don't want to be and shit. She's 100% on shit like that. So, but these niggas are always making jokes about my girl having curry pussy.
I like curry.
You trying to get into a threesome? Is that what that was? Foursome? Squad up?
That's a lot of limbs.
Squad.
That's a lot of limbs. And our skin tones are too similar, so I'm gonna kiss somebody's shoulder. It's gonna be the wrong Just know that after this, we're pretty much all together, like as a collective and shit. You know,
turns out it
can't
just
be more
ends up
family
being
than
your
that.
shoulder.
that's the funniest part. It's like I felt this connection to Shank. What was it? It was my own shoulder. But no, she put me like I like her. This is gonna sound so bad.
Ooh.
I like her curry more than anybody.
I bet you do.
But you got the right spice, huh?
Oh, bro, no, like she's good at seasoning. God damn it. Babe, help me out.
Putting the tikka in her masala.
That tikka in her masala.
The tikka and masala.
Making garlic naan.
Yo, speaking of fucking movies, that sounds like an.
Oh man.
I'm over it.
Man, all right, so we're gonna quickly divert this back into realism.
Right.
So back over here to this cord cutting, birth chart reading, tarot reading.
Okay.
The spiritual aspect.
I got you guys on the birth charts. I think Teddy, we started yours a little bit too.
I think we did ours actually. Now that you mention it,
It's Lucas.
Yeah,
we're gonna
Lucas
get
missed
into.
out.
But birth charts, no, we just talk like astrology with people, just on the free, you know. But for the spiritual services, it's like Reiki. Chakra cleansings are my favorite.
so like, what goes into the process of a chakra cleansing?
So we kind of go in and we go through each chakra, starting from the root all the way up to the crown, and we kind of go and let people tap into it. We speed up like the tempo of their chakras.
Yeah.
So it gets them into this really meditative state, a little bit out of body. And we go in each one and kind of dig into like the cleaning of each one, go all the way up, and then they come back in body. And it's kind of like deep cleaning your apartment, but then for each chakra. So shit just comes up. I feel like it's really energizing, but when the people like leave with us, apparently we have to give disclaimers because it takes them, you know, when things get cleaned inside, it's like, oh shit, this hasn't come up in 5 years. Let me see what this is about, you know, trauma. But overall, like after maybe a couple weeks of getting through, or maybe about a week of getting through that, I feel like the first 3 days are intense. People are just like, oh man, like I have hit clarity. I'm not sitting on or suppressing anything. And it pushes them like more into truth.
Right.
I would say the cord cuttings are really intense emotionally. Everybody cries for cord cuttings, and that's if like, let's say you were in a relationship or family you just don't fuck with.
So like cord cutting is pretty much just like you're cutting away the negative energy or something like that, or like something that's kind of tying you down.
Exactly. So cords, like you guys have a friendship cord attached, and it's probably around the throat chakra area. You know, ironically, because
throat goat.
Marcus is always here, even when he's not here.
I'm a throat goat.
And these cords attached to people that were like around constantly. And with family, you guys are funny. With family, let's say like our moms, we have like the umbilical cord, like the metaphysical umbilical cord attached to our moms. So let's say like your relationship with your mom isn't healthy, people will come in, it's like, okay, I gotta cut this, that's a different level of intense. Or, oh, I just broke up with this person, and there's a cord that attaches in the back of the heart with the relationships. Friendships too, it could be heart, throat area where it's expressive. And you're just like, okay, I want to either rebuild a new like friendship or relationship with this person, or I want to completely cut out any energy that's being shared. Because when like cord cutting doesn't necessarily mean like getting rid of that person or getting rid of that energy, but it can also like rebuild that. Okay. Exactly. So when you're around people, like you share a lot of your thoughts become tapped into that, you know, like
hive mind.
Yes, exactly. So
What do you do? So can we do this? Because I am stuck with this.
Oh no, this is healthy. This is
No,
healthy. This
it's
isn't
not. When
toxic.
you're not around each other and you guys are still making the same jokes or like still having the same topic.
We don't have any
Right, it's
individuality anymore.
crazy. It's literally
'Cause-
like even though we're not together, we're still most likely having the same topics discussed.
right.
Like
Yeah.
discussing.
There have been times where I've come back from work and be like, so I was thinking about this today, and like either Lucas or Chauncey would be like, I was thinking about the same shit.
Yes.
And this sounds like I told them like, yo, like, I was thinking about this. Like that is absolutely.
We
crazy.
all collectively had the same thought about how to make a hookah in a car.
Wow, that's like really specific. That's really-
So let's say if y'all wanted to cut cords, you know, y'all cut it. It's not damaging your friendship any, but it just gives you a chance to rebuild new. But there's no point to it if there's no toxicness there. You know?
Exactly.
Right. I don't want to lose out on what I already have.
I feel you,
Right.
but it's just like, what do you do? When
Obviously,
the other
Luke,
We got
that's
less
crazy.
of a cord and more of a rope. And that sounds racist now that I said it.
A noose.
Of course. Actually, you said it's around the what chakra? The throat
Right.
chakra?
The throat
Makes
chakra.
sense.
Yeah, you guys definitely have a third chakra connection. Hearts too. Hearts too.
I was gonna
No,
say the
Danny, we're
waist.
making a racist reference to him being a Confederate.
Stop it, Chauncey. I remember the
Exactly.
story Chauncey was
Yes.
talking about when you guys were on acid and Chauncey was going in on you, Teddy.
Yes.
It was, man. I still, you know what? I still have that recorded, so I might release that.
Here's the best part
Of just
about
like
this
an
shit.
hour of him
So-
calling me a Confederate on acid. I might do that.
Yeah, so like, if someone, because before we get into
We'll
too much
make
of
that the
know what?
Wednesday release.
if it comes down to
Like if this fucking video or this podcast can get at least 50 views, I'll go ahead and drop the video or the
Yeah.
recording of
So,
Chauncey calling me a
if
Confederate for
somebody
4 hours
wanted,
straight.
if someone wanted, so back to because we're doing it again. So if somebody wanted to actually render you guys for your services, because it's not just that you guys do.
Yeah.
I know that you're like the Shank. You're into media creation, content creation. Danny's into ignoring DMs on Instagram. When you ask her.
No, I'm
the
saying about to
shade.
shout out the Instagrams real quick. Shank_media, you know what I'm saying? And then we got Dani the Divine, that's DANI the Divine, you know what I'm saying?
The collective healing as well. You
Instagram,
can't forget.
you know what I'm saying?
But nah, so like, yeah, no, I
Thank
ain't
you.
tell you the story. Like, she had posted a video of her hula hoop. I'm like, yo, that song is fire. What is
Hula
it?
hooping.
No.
He said hula hooping.
What was it?
It was the
Fire
fire
dancing.
thing.
Fire that
Yeah.
sent to me
It's a
because
staff.
it was a circle. Oh, it was a staff. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be high, but she was playing
He
with the
saw
elements
you
like a white
twirling
person.
it and it looked
You know
like a
what I'm saying?
circle.
She was playing with the elements like a white person.
How dare you? That was too much rhythm, okay?
Yeah, but you
No
don't.
shade.
But I asked, yo, what's the beat? And she didn't give it to me. She ignored the shit out of me.
That's
So when
my
I
beat.
asked her to get at the wedding, that's what he told me. He's like, it's my beat. I'm rap too.
I'm rapping to this beat, not you.
Give me the beat so we can do it together. How about that?
I am bad at
Collectively.
DMs though. I just get overwhelmed. So I'm like, you know, I don't know. I'm better in person. I'm getting better at that. But you were saying like if people want to find
Yeah,
us for
we did shout out the Instagrams for everybody that wants
Yes.
to know. That's a good way to find you guys.
Right.
Where else you guys at?
the collective healing, if someone wants to book a service, in the link we have our Squarespace Square app, and they can book an appointment there.
Yeah, just to add to it, you know, our main service is basically helping people become more of themselves, you know.
Exactly.
So anybody, it don't matter if you're dark, light, good, evil, you know, if you have a craft, if there's something you're trying to enhance within yourself, then I feel like that's what we do naturally to help bring the best out of whoever you are or are decided to be.
I really like the wording that he just did.
Like, right? It was very
No,
well thought.
just
Like,
specifically, like
Right.
dark, light, good and evil, because those two things are not mutually.
Right.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
I like that.
But
I get into philosophical shit with y'all. Y'all know that shit. We can
I've-
talk about that shit all
Right.
day.
I've
Let's
thought
go.
about hitting y'all up for it sometimes, but I feel like it'd just be too intense for me, and I'm not ready to feel emotions.
Oh man,
So like,
We're
Oh, man.
emotionally unavailable.
That's
It's
exactly,
blah.
that's exactly what's
I
gonna
would
happen
start
too.
low. Yeah, cord cutting for sure. Every cord cutting I've logged everybody has cried. Tarot readings too, but I don't know. You know, Teddy is a fellow Libra. I'm realizing, cause same, I'm not the biggest fan of emotional depth, but it's something
wanna
that
do it.
we have to acknowledge sometime.
I like to acknowledge it on my own part. I do a lot of self-reflecting and internal review.
Lizing.
Yeah.
No, internalizing.
Internalizing.
Internal.
You know what I'm saying? Like I get my best therapy from my other personalities.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
How many
Which
do
is
you
just they're not necessarily like personalities as much as Chauncey says. Like his side of things, but like I consider it to be like my emotional spectrum, like because my emotions are a different portion of me at all times, but like I never know who I am at any point in time.
Oh man, I
That's deep. That's really deep.
I feel like I always have an idea, but it's just like how I am with everything. It's like, this is a conversation you get to get into with people a lot when they just want to know about like you. It's like, how do you? Because you always get the shit. I have to find myself.
Yeah.
And I always thought like you don't know what you're looking for to begin with. So what the fuck does that mean? Like, what do you mean by you have to find yourself? Okay, so what does it look like? What do you look like? You don't know.
You know what,
You've
Lucas?
never seen the shit before.
That is on point because recently, right now, Quan and I are on a fast from processed foods. We already eat pretty decent, but it started off as a liquid fast, just liquids. And we went 10 days, no food. Of course, we had the crazy, specter of life.
Quan almost passed out. Like,
right. Same. You getting up, be like,
Saw
okay.
the doorway.
Right.
Did it too quick? Is it iron low? No, he hasn't eaten anything.
He's fine.
Right, but during this fast,
Give
like,
him space.
right, left foot, right foot. During this fast, I cut out coffee, I cut out clothes, I cut out like everything that's not really, of source, and
You got some clove, sure.
right. So
I like that.
I like that too.
I like that.
And I've noticed how
Shirt's coming soon.
I noticed how like different things have been coming up, and this is where like the emotional thing, for Libras, air signs that kind of have like it's like emotions. What the fuck is this? This is intense. I noticed how it's like, oh man, things were just kind of spiraling, and I was like, things are moving so fast, everything's changing, and then I kind of like I looked at Quan, I was like, it's crazy though because I'm not losing myself, it's just discovering more of that. So like what you said, Lucas, is so on point. Like people will get to a point where it's like, I'm losing myself. No. You might be discovering more of yourself, and it just feels just like, what the fuck is this?
I feel the opposite. I feel like I have lost myself. Like I'm not the same person that I was, 8 years ago. But that is who I want to be. I feel like I haven't grown. I feel like I've retracted from that point.
I think a part of it would be then because like part of it is coping. Like just being in a lot of traumatic situations, you tend to just laugh a lot, joke a lot, to the point like you're putting on a face for everybody else, and it's taxing to you because you're not being able to be your true self because you're just, people know me to be a certain iteration of me, so I have to be that around everybody else because that's the role that I play in everyone else's lives type shit. So I think that it still wouldn't be I think for you it shouldn't be the opposite, because how much of this shit have you actually processed and actually went through instead of just being like, fuck that?
Honestly.
So like I feel like I have grown in the sense of like I am aware more of my emotional trauma and like how I deal with those things, but I feel like it's also technically it's still not where I want to be. It's also put me into somewhat of a slump of me and my personality as a whole versus where I was before, where I was, seemingly overconfident and the highlight of any room that I felt like I walked into. And now I feel like, I walk into a room and I kind of stay to my area. And I stay off to the side or anything like that.
Honestly, that ties into the emotional depth, because back then, imagine all the things that have occurred where you've closed off more parts. Oh, I'm hurt there. Close that off. Oh, someone did this. Close off. So now you feel a more limited version of yourself because of all those doors that are closed because of what's happened over the years. When you go back in and open it, I'm not gonna lie, at the surface of them, it's like, oh, that hurts. And you want to close it right back.
It's overwhelming.
Exactly. But as you open it back up, not only do you have to go through the emotional kind of like, oh, this doesn't feel good, but you get that access back to yourself. And it's like, open door, shit, that hurts. Okay, but I'm in there. That's me. And then you go back and you open it. So that's where you look at yourself. You're like, shit, how much have I closed off? And you feel a more limited version of yourself, which the version of yourself is amazing now, Teddy. Like, look at all that, in the physical reality that you've done. You guys have a podcast. You're making something of yourself. You have visions, a goal, dreams, everything. But that's just there as well in the background. So it's like, okay, I just got to go back in there and just kind of face some of this. But
in the background.
And opening up those doors, it comes back down to accepting the darkness and light that's in there, because, people expect the path to be like, oh, it's all light, beauty, rainbows, and butterflies. No, as soon as you open that door, it's gonna be fucking darkness,
hell,
hell, you know. So you gotta accept that. You gotta love all aspects of self. And sometimes when your friends are there, it's really good to vent to them because they help you get perception that you never had before.
He's emotionally unavailable.
If y'all down, we could do like a 15-minute meditation session after this podcast.
These two niggas are two of the niggas that are the hardest niggas to talk to about emotions and shit. Mm-hmm. I already know what his response is gonna be half the time and shit. Like, there's been times when I've been with him and shit because his response is, "Damn, that's crazy." True,
damn,
that's crazy.
That crazy.
It'd be like that.
I thought I was getting a little bit of a emotional range from Chauncey last night because we were at the movies, you know what I'm saying, and I think I asked him if he wanted anything else or anything like that, and he's like, man, thank you, bro. And I was like, for what? What happened? And he's like, nah, just like thank you for the movies. He's like, just like, you know, get me out, everything like that. And I was like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. He does that when he's on Beans. That is a Chauncey on Beans thing.
Okay. All right. So
we did it before. We do a Beans. We drove back from Ballast Points. He's like, I just want you to know, bro. I was like, I appreciate you. I'm like, you alright, man?
You know what Beans do? Like it opens up your energetic body to where you feel more.
Yeah,
it feel more.
But like, because it's even when like your friends. Because I remember I had tried to tell him, like, I was just down one day. And, like, I'm the first one that I'm down. I know I have depression, but I know also, like, it's just, there's parts of it, aspects of it that I have to address and I have to acknowledge on my own. And I do it by myself all the time. I spend the most time with my emotions instead of trying to be away from them because, like, I don't understand them. Without understanding something, fear usually is created. And bigotry and hatred and shit like that comes from fear. It all comes from not understanding it. So it's like, I'm gonna understand it better. That's why I'm really scared of spiders, by the way. Because like if I'm gonna be scared of you, I'm gonna know a lot about you to be scared of you. I know a lot about spiders. That's why I know about spiders. It's not like this is unfounded hate. There's reasons behind it. They don't have a brain. Their brain's not the size of a quarter, but these niggas can move 8 legs. That's not natural. Like, but I don't. So like I had talked to him about. I'm like, yeah, man. Like I'm just kind of gonna do it. You know, it's like coming close up on one of the days. Like Carson, like what my friend that had passed away, and like he's like. It'd be like
hey, that's good advice.
I can't help. I was like my response to him was Chauncey don't ever change.
No, honestly, what fucked me up about spiders I never knew, if they're pregnant and they bite you, the babies can get in your skin.
Oh shit.
Why would you even say that?
Oh my gosh, like I don't know if that's like an urban legend, but
why would you? No. You said that like
it makes my skin crawl.
You said that like you knew it was a fact.
Because I heard a story when I was younger, and I remember I took it to my parents, and my parents, if I'll take them something, they'd be like, did you look it up? And we looked it up, and I remember Dad saying, oh shit. I'm like, oh no, it's real. That's nasty.
Like laying eggs in your skin.
Who is this? Is this Keisha?
No, it's my sister. Hey,
Ashley.
Hello. She's saying hey to you guys, by the way.
Congratulations on your wedding.
Yes. Oh man.
But back to me and Chauncey being emotionally unavailable. I feel like whenever it comes to me discussing my issues, I don't like to discuss my issues because, like I said, I do a lot of self-reflecting. So what I may feel at that moment in time where you may ask me, I may not feel that way in the next 30 minutes, hour, or 24 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
Right.
My emotions fluctuate so much for me to actually be able to say how I'm feeling at that point in time because I may not feel like that
Right.
in the short term.
Yeah.
So
I just want you to rest easy. That's a myth.
Okay.
The spider thing is a myth.
It is?
Yes.
Thank you. What about stepping on them while they're pregnant? Do the babies flee out?
yeah, the baby
that's
is
a real-
Yes,
I've seen videos.
I've seen that happen.
See, you probably shouldn't do that because you don't wear shoes.
I don't wear shoes.
You also probably shouldn't do that anyways. Like, just take that spider and put them outside.
Oh, we don't kill bugs usually. Even
Okay.
mosquitoes we
You
catch.
said bugs,
like,
but those are arachnids. Just a little different.
arachnids.
I try to like
He's like, those motherfuckers can die.
I've been bit by a brown recluse spider, so I really
Oh,
like. I've also been bit in the face by a spider, so I just don't.
Oh.
You're like Spider-Man now.
No, don't say that.
Loves that
No, I also can't be. If I ever got in a situation where I got superpowers by a fucking accident, this nigga and Marcus said they're gonna be my actual like arch enemies and shit. Based on the logic of.
here's my reason why. He shouldn't have superpowers, and if he does get superpowers, that means superpowers exist, and I want them.
Oh,
Okay,
shit.
so I'm gonna do everything in my power to get superpowers.
Right. We're making him be off. Arch nemesis.
U.S. agent.
Bro, I was yeah.
It was more of like a Lex Luthor type thing.
That's what I got the whole time.
Right. Me and Marcus both said it. Like he was like, how hilarious would it be
first
if
of all, I had this massive ass like bug bite on my shoulder blade.
Oh my god.
Oh, yo, is that normal and shit? And Marcus was like, Lucas, that ass. Like, if you get powers from this, I'm gonna be your arch enemy.
No hesitation, dead ass, bro.
Wow.
They both were like, yeah, this happened. Like, y'all supposed to be my friends. Like,
Fuck that. Why are you getting superpowers?
yeah, these petty motherfuckers.
Skin deteriorating.
Right, I'm over here, his jaw falling off and shit. It's like, at least he didn't get powers. You know what I'm saying?
That's fucked up.
No, that's just how. Like, it's, but no, even with, so. I just want to say that before we get back to the shit about like the emotional thing. It's like even with the emotional aspect of it, it's like I think that knowing more about how you feel about a situation and being willing to admit that's how you feel about it, it tends to help out with navigating those conversations with people.
Yeah.
Like one is hard if you can't talk. Like I'm not talking about like me. Like I stutter over words a lot, but I can speak very well. It's like if you just don't know the words that you want to say, that's a whole different situation. So it's like spend time trying to figure that out. It's like, what are you trying to say before you're getting flustered and not being able to come out?
Yeah.
You get your message out clear, like to yourself. Like, okay, this is how I feel. This is what I want to say. Super profound, right?
This is how I feel.
Said that.
Chauncey speaks in other people's words.
Oh yeah, that's
why he
I
can
said-
only mock and
that's what-
sing song lyrics.
I said profound, right? Because I knew one of them were gonna say some slick shit. But yeah, it's like, and you also do photography, right?
Yes, sir.
You make shirts, or you just have someone who does shirts?
I need shirts, man. I actually need a logo, like Shank Media. I was thinking like a crystal Shank, you know what I'm saying? Like something like spiritual but deadly.
Do you want?
I need a logo.
Oh, like an
That's
actual
fire.
crystal
Like,
shit.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
hilarious.
I
Yeah.
think that. Don't you have a graphic designer friend?
Oh, I used to, but he started acting weird, so I didn't even. Oh, Chauncey.
I didn't know who he was looking
Chauncey
at.
was a graphic designer, and I've been struggling on this
Okay.
logo for
So-
fucking 18 months.
Want to hear some funny shit? Like I said, all the people that I have met about Chauncey, like met through Chauncey, has taught me about Chauncey. That's who I knew. Chauncey was a dancer. That's how I knew about all this other shit. Yeah. Me and Chauncey have been best friends for years, right? We're talking a long level of friendship. I was getting my hair twisted one time, and it's this girl's brother knows him, and it's never some like, hey, what up, bro? It's always, what up, Weezy? But that's the thing. He said, what up,
Nah,
Weezy?
that's C Money.
Oh, C Money was this nigga, bro.
Yeah.
This motherfucker, bro. He's like, yo, you still do music? I'm getting my hair done. I'm like,
I don't even look over. I'm not even gonna look at him. I feel the eyes just cutting at my soul.
First of all, do you know how much fun I think I would have on a Chauncey collab and some music shit, bro?
Oh, man.
And this nigga don't even want to touch it. He said, nah, that's not my life no more.
Damn.
That's a past life.
Yeah, I don't do shit like
He
that.
don't do that. He don't do the dance. Well, that's not his fault.
Chauncey actually drew one of my tattoos, my chest piece, the heart in the middle.
I've
like,
seen it. The one that you have too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
like a kingdom heart.
Oh, I peep. Chauncey don't got a lot of tattoo. Chauncey got a lot of tattoo for his little surface area. There's not a lot to him, but he's tatted up.
Right.
That's so crazy. I feel like as a Gemini, like if you want to be good at something, you're just gonna do it. And it's like, then you get bored. And it's like, did that. What's next?
Yeah, I get bored easily, so I don't really stick to anything. I do want to get back into drawing though. I don't know. That's like been like reoccurring in my head. Like
He does want an iPad for that specific reason.
Yeah.
Well, that's part of what I was gonna say. Is like it's a good way. It's a good outlet. Like regardless of like me with music alone. Like whenever I start writing music, I'm like, damn, do I really want to talk about this right now?
Yeah.
Because I'll get into it, and I was like, all right, this is how it is. Because like my logic as an artist has always been this like, one, I want to make a song that I like to listen to.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to listen to it. I can't not do it. I have to hear it. I have to hear what I have to change about it. Different things like that. Different approaches to it. Like just with the growth that I've had as an artist. So it's like when I want to listen to music, I want to listen to it. I'm like, okay, so I want to write this song. This is how I feel about it. God damn you.
This is how I feel.
You see that? You saw that? I knew it was gonna happen.
See, you guys know each other
God
so
damn it!
well.
I know these motherfuckers.
My sister said I got old. That's why I don't dance no more. I'm like, nah, it's not that. Well, yeah, technically it's because I got old.
It's because he don't dance anymore. He juke.
People don't dance no more. We juke. Looks like dancing to me.
What we dancing at?
When I saw Chauncey in high school. I saw a high school photo. All I could see Chauncey doing was cranking. Like that's all I peeped. That ass was him cranking, bro. But yeah, like doing the music and shit. It's like I always sit there and think about how I would feel in that situation. So it requires a lot of empathy for me. So a lot of times it's me creating situations. Like my music is usually like it comes from real places, but I just meld together a bunch of people. Like situations I've dealt with. Say me and you had an issue, me and him had an issue, and I put them together. And it's an individual. It's a whole new person. But I'm addressing it in the way that I want to address it.
That's a beautiful form of expression right there, man. That's beautiful because you don't just keep that in. It's like I'm gonna get this shit out, and I'm gonna make it into art.
Oh my God!
What?
We shouldn't have alarmed him.
Chauncey's sister just put out there that apparently we can find a video of him dancing on YouTube if we go.
I don't need to find a video of on YouTube. I've seen him dancing before. He showed me the video in that 144p quality.
It's horrible quality.
You know what's not horrible? The crisp ass dance moves this man got. But I'm sorry, you were saying?
Jesus.
My roasted hand is great. Boy,
I say boy.
I didn't know I was amphibious with it. It's crazy.
I was just saying that form of expression, like making it into art, that's beautiful. And I want to see this video though. I do want to see this video.
Oh man. It's on there still. That definitely.
Oh man,
is.
that reminds me. I gotta post the photo
East Bay High School?
of Tracy Chapman and Chauncey side by side. I gotta post that on our Instagram
He
today.
said I look like Tracy Chapman. I don't know if you know who Tracy Chapman is.
I have no idea. Please.
But yes,
Google.
it's horrible. It's horrible. I got you, man. When I said I look like Tracy Chapman, I'm just like, wow.
What movie? Any movies?
It's
it's a singer.
It's a singer.
What song?
Fast car.
Fast car. You remember we were driving in your car.
Give me one good reason.
Stop
You
it.
got a fast car.
Stop. Yes, I know. Oh my God, wait. Okay, I'm not gonna listen. Oh God,
feeling that I'm low.
You guys are, wait.
It's disrespectful.
Chauncey.
It's disrespectful.
Man.
Like,
Okay, hold on.
I can't say it's not accurate, but I can't say that it's disrespectful.
The funniest part about it is Dani, my girl, like, Teddy showed my girlfriend.
No,
and
you showed her.
I showed her?
Yeah, she was sitting next to you because that's
You
how
told
booze
me.
work.
Yeah, I said it.
That's how booze work.
Yeah.
Shank, you seen Tracy Chapman?
I believe it might be the eyes. It might
Yeah.
be the eyes. I think that's all it is. It says look like
Who's this?
Chauncey.
This is what they said I look like, Tracy Chapman.
Chauncey.
When I showed my girlfriend, her
Hey, guess
immediate
you
reaction
know Tracy
was to
Chapman
burst out laughing.
is not a guy. That's a girl.
This is a girl.
That's a stud.
They tried you, bro.
I don't know. It's just the eyes for me. It's just
It's
the
Teddy.
trippy eyes.
Teddy tried me. Yes, he did.
Fuck that. This man called me Patrick Warburton and Joe Pesci. Fuck this dude.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
We say
the
really
dreads.
fucked up things to each
It's really
other.
all it is, man. That was horrible, bro.
Really fucked up things. I think that's great. That's a really good one.
Right. It's a good one. That's why I was like, I
It's a
can't say that it's not, accurate, but man, can I say that it's disrespectful though? Fuck.
Like, I remember one time I was wearing this nice ass shirt that my grandma bought me. I was wearing nice ass pants. I had some brand new Vans on. This man, Teddy, gonna
nice ass pants.
he gonna look at me dead eyes and go, "You look like a milk dud dressed like Craig Robinson."
Oh, you guys want to laugh? Actually, I'll tell you. Mercedes, Quan's sister,
Yes.
tried the fuck out of me.
Oh,
Who did
shit.
she say I look like?
Oh,
Go ahead.
hell.
You guys know Coming to America?
Yes.
The crazy bitch.
No. Oh, it's not even a woman. It's a guy. So Chauncey, I feel.
Oh, it's Arsenio Hall.
Arsenio fucking Hall.
If you don't look like a light-skinned Arsenio Hall, though.
This is where I go to the bathroom and regather my depression. So
You do understand, like, you didn't hear the last episode of the podcast. Because I said that our homeboy Tyler looks like Miguel A. Nunez Jr., the same nigga who played Joanna Man.
Come on. I do not look like Arsenio Hall. First of all, his head is like that long. Shout out to Arsenio Hall, but like,
you're everything from the eyebrows down, Arsenio.
No eyebrows, no eyes, no.
So I'm dating.
You don't have eyebrows.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Shank.
I'm with a light skin.
You know what? We need to go on a live because
you're Columbus short all day.
Not. You guys have all tried the fuck out of me today.
What I was gonna say is you don't have the smile of Arsenio Hall. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
the
definitely.
smile
Nose? What about the nose?
I mean, it's not an uncommon nose. You know what? If anything, someone says you have very strong African features.
Fikes.
Which
That's
I mean,
all that really means.
That's all that means.
You can get offended if you want, but boo, just take the compliment. You heard the shit that we say about each other, like.
Right.
I told my homie his girlfriend. My boy told my homie his girlfriend looks like Mr. Bean.
And she do though.
She did.
And she does though, bruh. She looks like Mr. Bean, bruh.
There was one time Lucas, I don't know why he got dressed up. I think it was for like a family get together. Somebody was renewing their vows or some shit like that. He had on like a red tux or a red vest and shit like that. And one of our other friends said that he looked like he was valet. He didn't even look like he was a part of the wedding party.
But see, he didn't say that. The way he did me dirty was that. The way he did me, no, he was like. Hey, yo, the car's packed out back. He just threw his keys at me.
That's what I meant.
It was Vic.
Yo, that's fucked up.
That's what Vic did to me. Because I went for my grandparents' 50th anniversary, like
That's
they
what it
renewed
was.
their vows and shit. I went from that to my friend's house to watch the UFC fight, and he didn't miss a beat. He did not miss a beat. I'm talking about. He looked up and he's like, "Yo, my car's parked out back," and just threw his keys at me. And I was like, "That's so disrespectful."
Vic is low-key savage with this shit because the other day I had on some brown pants and a green t-shirt just sitting over here. Fucking Vic was here for 45 minutes and then just had the audacity to be like, "Teddy, why are you dressed like Shaggy?"
Oh my god.
Vic is a fucking savage. Like, Vic is 100% a fucking.
That's fucked up.
Okay, so that's kind of where, like, that's really where the game came from. Because, like, it was me and Vic doing that shit. And you were helping us do it. Like, we would just have to, yo, you know who they look like? Like, and we would pull up celebrity look like. So my boy, that's when he hopped in. He's like, yo, tell me that this man girl don't look like Mr. Bean, like Rowan Atkinson and shit. Like, yo, dead ass, bro.
It was bad.
We told everybody about that joke except for her. So
it was bad.
Also crazy was her boyfriend knew and didn't tell her either.
because he was a beta male, that's why. Like, all right, so like, and I used to live with them. So whenever like. After he told me that, I could not unsee it no matter what I did. So they had just put Johnny English on Netflix. They had put Johnny English, and his girl sitting on the floor like, "Hey, what should we watch?" And she's going through the show. And I'm like, and my boy's like, "That's fucked up, bro." Like, we don't care. Like and I have another friend, my boy Nelson. Me and him have a real problem. Whenever we go anywhere in public, we talk at this volume and roast the shit out of people sitting right next to us. We don't give them.
Damn. Oh no, you know I have that problem too at laughing out loud at people. I've tried to get better at that. Like
I haven't.
This girl drove over the curb yesterday, and we looked directly at her, and I tried so bad. She went like, you know when people drive up too close to the the sidewalk. Yeah, she drove all up on it, and we just looked at her, and I was like. I couldn't help myself. I couldn't just laugh at him.
My mom used to tell me that's fucked up, but like she got to that point where she's like, it's cool to just laugh at people, like because people you're going to hell. Why? Where in the Bible does it say that I can't make jokes about my friend and their celebrity lookalike? I'm pretty sure it's not in the Bible.
Tell me in the Bible verbatim.
Right, cause that's my shit. That's like I love doing that shit because it's fucking hilarious, but like I don't mean to do no harm. This is just who you remind me of. There's this girl from a bar that looks like one. You know, remember the white and black Spy versus Spy and shit?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, there's a girl that looks just like that. I used to show Dennis on a regular basis. He's like, what's up, brother? Yo, where her hand? Cause I was like, where her hands? Like, he was, why is that? I think she has like a bomb with an apple pie. Like the apple pie with a bomb in it behind.
Apple pie with a bomb in it.
I fucking the God damn it! What did you just say? Oh, about where's it at in the Bible? Mm-hmm. I had just seen a fucking TikTok video today where some dude was talking about like, so why is everybody mad at Lil Nas X? Tell me where in the Bible where it says that you can't twerk on Satan. Go ahead, show me that. And like just think about this. Like God punishes you by sending you on a 20-mile stripper pole down to hell, you should be able to do some freaky shit after that.
Right.
That's the thing that always used to fuck me up about. Like, that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to get in that conversation with religion with y'all. Because I have views that make me feel like sometimes I'm not a good Catholic. But I have other views that like, I'm really Catholic. You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to say, you're Catholic?
That's fuck. No, I'm Catholic. I'm Catholic as fuck.
Oh, I
but
didn't know that.
So, but I don't boast about my religion. That's my number one.
Right,
but
like
I'll
politics.
sit there and think about that shit like on a regular basis, like dumbass shit like that. But it's like, man, what if hell's fun as hell? Like the thing about it, like, what if it's a really dope place and it's not really that bad?
Earth.
And like heaven is just those super conservative Bible burning people that you don't want to be around either way. Like what if? So what if hell lit as fuck? Like hell's the dope ass after party. It's like, yo man, like, yo, how come it's not that high? It's like, yo man, if it's high, you can turn the AC down right there. I know they talk about that shit. That's bullshit. You know what I mean?
Like yo, it's central air conditioning.
Right,
I don't know
like
what they talking
you know
about.
how, like, fuck that. You know
It
how
was
high
only
in-
hot back then because we didn't have central AC.
He's like, yeah, I know Florida.
George Washington Carver died. He down here now. You know
Right,
what I'm
we had
saying?
Nikola Tesla in this bitch. You know, this is back when science was against.
Right. It was against. Right. Also, I don't know if George Washington Carver invented the AC. I know he did peanut butter, but I'm not sure about
He
the
didn't.
AC.
Okay, so the common misconception with Mr. Carver is that he did that. The peanut butter is like the worst, like one of the wackest things that he actually invented. He invented
fucking love peanut butter.
23 different uses for the peanut. And the only one that everyone wants to talk about is the edible world. Y'all niggas. I think he made like hair gel, hair oil. Like he really used it. Like he innovated the peanut. You know, like the problem is we don't have go getters like that now. You don't see nobody out there with like mangoes and shit like, yo, check me out. I got this mango hand soap that's to die for.
What are you talking about? There's Dr. Squatch. They be doing stuff like that all the time.
Who
But
the fuck is Dr. Squatch?
Dr. Squatch be having their
soap
like
bar
scented like
commercials.
soaps. Like yeah, it's like all natural scented.
He don't have YouTube
soaps.
ads.
Oh yeah, that's right. He paid for
YouTube
YouTube
ad.
bread.
I
Yeah.
do not have YouTube ad. I feel like I always feel like Rihanna when I see that shit. Y'all know how I was like, that's the most ghetto shit ever seen. Like whenever I see a YouTube ad, I can't help myself. That's the most ghetto shit I've ever seen. Like when I hear it in Spotify, I'm like, you peasant. Like put mine on. Just turn yours off and put mine on.
You peasant.
Yeah, I mean, it's a first world problem. You know what I mean? Like, it's like I really like having my music being not selected by a radio station because these people don't know me.
I like having my music on Spotify.
That's what I meant. Like,
yeah, like
don't give me Pandora One is trash compared to Spotify Premium.
definitely. I just like the ability to choose what song I want to play.
If I
And
want to listen to the
Spotify
same song 9
excels
times
at
over.
that.
Like with Spotify regular is barely music. Like Spotify without Premium is barely music because it's like, you know what? You want to hear this song? I'm gonna let you listen to 14 different songs that aren't even by the same artist. Right. But there's gonna be 2 songs that are close to the song that you like. They're on the same album, but you're not gonna get to hear the song that you want. I remember when Spotify first came out, the ads were just the same ad back and back. Like, it's so new that the only ad you have is the same one that's running again. That's all it was. But like radio ads are like the soundtrack to my summer. You know what I mean? Like growing up, like, oh shit, the radios will talk about it's time for the summer. Let's go have fun. And then you never did. Like,
And then you never did.
'cause I was always grounded.
You know what? Same.
Grounded.
Same.
Yo, can we talk about this? Oh, wait, we let the rap.
We got about 5 more minutes. before
Okay,
we
this is a
end.
real question I have. Why is it we all live the same childhood and no one ever talks about it?
Oh shit.
lot of people
that's
talk
deep.
about
No,
it.
like, but we don't. It's not really addressed. It's like that's kind of crazy, and then they leave it alone. Like I'm glad like they don't really go into depth about it. Cause like
It's almost like we were all raised by the same generation.
it's the same simulation. You know?
Right.
It's a simulation.
We were all part of that program.
The Matrix.
We all-
The Matrix is real.
Yeah, cause like, how many of y'all remember growing up eating chips and sandwiches at the pool?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on, wait. You talking about a chip sandwich? You just put the
Yeah.
chips on the
Yeah,
sandwich?
I used to
yeah.
love doing
Yeah,
that.
it's the same thing
Yeah.
to me as far as I was fucking.
I want to bring that back to, like, I really think it's just because our parents were also from the same generation as well. Because, like, I only did that because that's the way my mom made the fucking sandwiches. Like, I didn't purposely go out on my way to do that the first time it happened. She did it, and then fucking I also did it with cereal one time.
Wait, your mom was but wasn't your mom a latchkey kid? I know the reason I asked is
I
because
was too.
she was the one that mentioned that, and I forgot. I hadn't heard that phrase in forever. Like a latchkey kid.
Yeah, my mom. Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, like there's so many different things that you used to do as a kid. Like the imaginary man running next to you on the post whenever you take road trips, you might not have done this.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Like there's I heard about, because I used to do this when I was little, like growing up.
Sorry, I had to let that sink in because yes, like they're actually
the whole little.
yeah.
Whenever you're on the road, there's a dude jumping from pillar to pillar to pillar to pillar. Like,
yes.
So like it really raises the question. It's like, so did they just give us the same memories in the simulation, or is it because we go all raised from the same generation?
It's because we're all part of Chauncey's personalities. He's the core of the simulation.
Oh shit!
You know it's fucked up.
Fucking keymaster.
That means I'm God.
It means you're
Which
really
is really
fucked
funny
up in the
because
head.
your arms not that long.
Yeah, man.
I used to get freaked out during road trips.
I don't have to have long arms to box with myself.
Dude, I remember one time, like we used to drive from Virginia all the way to Florida.
Damn. So to give you an idea of how good they were doing.
No, my dad. You know,
All the
Lucas cut
time.
the shit.
No, but this is back before there was a really bad crash in like the gas economy. Like,
Right, gas used to be $1.
yeah,
Right.
you could get where we need to go for 15 cents. Like, pocket change could get you to Indiana.
I don't know. I guess my parents enjoyed that. No, really, I never actually asked the question, why didn't we fly? I mean, that would have shown they were really doing good, but it's okay.
Right.
Either way, those rest stops.
Shit. By the way, I want to talk to you about that after this. Go ahead.
The rest stops used to freak me the fuck out at night. The daytime I was okay, but nighttime I'll get freaked out, and sometimes we would spend the night there. And I had this little like DVD player that used to plug into the and you can watch like, oh man, what do you call it, the cigarette
Same
thing?
childhood.
Portable DVD players. and shit.
Exactly. Oh man, and one time it died. My parents were asleep and it was raining. And I guess now that I'm older, I feel like I rationaled the scenario out. But one of the raindrops looked like a finger, like ran its hand down like the window, and I just started screaming and freaking the fuck out because in my head there was someone out there.
So
like,
you were very impressionable as a
I'm gonna
child.
get you.
Were you scared?
That
by
house didn't help
hash-
for my childhood.
The hash slinging slasher? Was that terrifying?
No.
Slash slinging.
So I don't. It just kind of sounds like the realities are blending together. Like we had somebody on the podcast, and I think they had brought about the thing of where like it's really just like different realities, different Earths and shit like that, where they kind of just like blend over. That's how you get like people seeing Sasquatch, people seeing ghosts, people. It's because it's a blending of realities,
Multiple
all
timelines.
coming together and shit like that.
Yes.
So I remember specifically, I was probably like 5 years old, and I was with my grandmother at the time, and we were coming past. I don't want to say that we were on I-275, so we were probably on like fucking Florida or some shit like that. And
iTunes 75?
I-275. I said 100% I-275. But like the fucking tower that's on Sly Avenue, there was a fucking big ass fucking bright moon, and I 100% to this day believe that I saw a gargoyle from the show Gargoyles fly over that bitch. And nobody can tell me otherwise to this
believe it?
point.
You still believe it?
Yes.
So there's never been any other sightings of gargoyles, and you're like, you know what? I was the only one. Like this.
It was a blending of realities.
That's hilarious.
You know what I'm saying? It just happened to cross over at that moment in time.
Honestly, a lot of shit's going on that people are reporting about, but people aren't gonna speak on this shit. It's like, I sound crazy, and I could have saw something, but
No, it's if you like the right person type of story, because they don't give a fuck.
true, very
Like
true.
this nigga sent me a video of someone talking about how the girl like she said I owe her $50 for drugs. That's crazy. I'm a prostitute. I'm
We gotta wrap it up though, guys.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and call this one now.
It's great having you guys on the show.
You guys should be on the
of course.
podcast
Thank you.
again.
Thank y'all, man. Thanks for
Definitely.
inviting us.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Shank is in that safe ass position.
been
Y'all are
real.
more than welcome to come by more often. You know where we be.
Yes. And for anybody out there listening, if you would like to if you live in the Tampa Bay area and you would like to possibly be on the show, or you'd like to call in, or if you'd like to give us topics, please go ahead and send us an email at sundaysneverfeltbetter.com, and just that way we can
It went out right.
talk with
before
you and everything
said
like that. That's for the live. I don't care about that. People
I
are
feel
going to
you.
be listening to this anyways.
Yeah,
Now I
real.
got to cut that little part out there. Fuck you, Chauncey.
Sorry, Teddy.
Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and sign off. This is Teddy signing off.
Chauncey.
Lucas.
Shank.
And Dani.
Dani, California.